Doesn't mean seed, yeah, everything born. Soundboy don't decay, I red drum. Black ramble, soundboy don't when I let one go. Black ramble, soundboy don't when they will say straight on straight. Black ramble, soundboy don't when I let one go. Doesn't mean seed, yeah, everything born. Soundboy don't decay, I red drum. Black ramble, soundboy don't when I let one go. Black ramble, soundboy don't when they will say straight on straight. Black ramble, soundboy don't when I let one go. Doesn't mean seed, yeah, everything born. Soundboy don't decay, I red drum. Doesn't mean seed, yeah, everything born. Soundboy don't decay, I red drum. Doesn't mean speed, yeah, everything born. Soundboy don't decay, I red drum. Doesn't mean speed, yeah, everything born. Soundboy don't decay, I red drum. Doesn't mean seed, yeah, everything born. Soundboy don't decay, I red drum. Black ramble, soundboy don't when I let one go. Black ramble, soundboy don't when they will say straight on straight. Black ramble, soundboy don't when I let one go. Doesn't mean seed, yeah, everything born. Soundboy don't decay, I red drum. Black ramble, soundboy don't when I let one go. Black ramble, soundboy don't when they will say straight on straight. Black ramble, soundboy don't when I let one go. Doesn't mean seed, yeah, everything born. Soundboy don't decay, I red drum.
Been down the darkest roads, didn't think I could get out. Now I just walk on through, the ghosts are all around. Here and I can't be moved, I never look back. They start creeping in, but I'm leaving them in the past. Don't tell me that I'm dreaming, don't tell me that I'm wrong, 'cause I've heard it all before. And just look where I am now. We can break the cycle, find our own way out. What's the light at the end of the tunnel?
Sorry, could you tell I wasn't fucking ready at all? This down here. Actually, I think that was the reason why. Yeah, that way the wing would be behind. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm a little ill-prepared. I was late, obviously. So tonight is movie night. Oh, ads. I just saw them. Ads. I need to get up my YouTube stream. I started streaming basically before actually having anything ready, so that's my fault. So we're technically just chatting right now until like I'm actually ready. So sorry about that. I should be better at this by now. It's just because I was late, I just immediately jumped into the stream rather than anything else. I'm just looking at the Twitch thing. It says suggested collaborations, and the second option is myself. Jasmine Azure, Kingdom Hearts 3D, Kingdom 3D, Dream Drop Distance, because I forgot to change the category for yet. But literally, it's like suggested collaborations, and the second option is me. I'm like, do you understand what you're saying there? Like, you're suggesting us to collaborate with myself. I mean, technically speaking, considering how bad this is going so far, maybe that's Twitch telling me, hey, get your head on your shoulders. Sorry, I forgot to mute the music, so you probably couldn't hear me at all. Oh my god, the ads, yeah. Hang on. This might be, yeah, okay. Oh my god, is this, the audio isn't working for some reason. Unless is there no audio in the back cover? Okay, back cover. Back cover. Let me change the category here. Kingdom Hearts back cover. The only option that's coming up is Union Cross. Collaborate with your reflection. I'm not hearing any audio from the game though. Like, is there's supposed to be audio by now, right? Hang on, let me look at something. I have a feeling if I was to go into settings, audio, no, it's going to the external. So we should be able to hear something. Not hearing any music. There should be like something, shouldn't there? What the fuck? I'm not hearing any audio. There should be audio, right? Yeah, like I'm not even hearing like background sounds or nothing. Mm. What's this? 2.5. Yeah, the 2.5 final chapter, like that's not final. Yeah, it says final mix, but then if I type in chapter, no result. And if I type in back cover, nothing comes up for that either. Dark Road? I'm not really seeing anything that's even just like, what's the word? Like similar enough, other than maybe the Union Cross one, but like, I know that's not what this is. Yeah, so the category system, I can't use a correct category system, so I'm going to use the Kingdom Hearts 1.5-2.5 remake, because fine, since that's what remake is. Oh, okay. So Union Cross is the right one then. Or, yeah. Union Cross. Okay. Done. Okay. There we go. Back. Cover. Union Cross. I'm still worried about the fact that I can't hear any audio though. Yeah, like there's no audio. I'm not hearing anything. Yeah, there should be audio, look. Oh, thank you. Where's... Did I actually fucking mute it or something? Nope. If anything, the audio should be blaring me out of it. So should I watch the YouTube video? Or should I watch this first? If I can get audio. I don't know why the audio isn't working though, because it says it's going to the external, which this is what this is. What the fuck? Why aren't you working? Properties. Oh. There it is. Okay, back cover first. Let me open Discord and just have it open, because I know... Oh god. Yeah, so I just need to open... Discord... and just have it ready. Okay, so thankfully the audio is working now. I'm gonna just take these off because this is my first watch through, so I want to be actually able to see what's going on. And so if I remember to... So I have happy, low energy, angry, sad as expressions. So if I remember to actually use these, that'd be great. There we go. Oh, play all. Immediately, okay. There we go. Subtitles on. Let's go. Oh god. What the fuck? Okay, immediately I'm not supposed to be able to read this, right? But if you expect me to be able to keep up with any of that, you must be insane. I did not. YouTube is not receiving. What? Hang on. Oh, fuck. YouTube stream seemingly is not going well. It will loop. You can read it if you want to. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm still trying to open the YouTube side of things. Stream is healthy. Now it says that. Case of what? Looks you? Maybe I should have you over here instead.
So that makes you the indisposable number 7. Huh.
Interesting.
Come on, it's simple. You 6 plus me is 7. Wait, don't tell me I don't count.
No.
Here, take it.
That Keyblade, we've seen that Keyblade before, at least.
In the master's playful and mischievous way, he gave his apprentice Luciu a very important role. What seemed like a simple task was the element that would connect all of the events to come.
Oh, yay.
Long, long ago, all the worlds were still one. One day, this would be called the Age of Fairy Tales. It all began here in Daybreak Town. The Master of Masters had an eye that gazes into the future.
Is that so?
He bestowed upon 5 of his 6 apprentices a copy of the Book of Prophecies, in which was written the events to come.
I'm hearing static. Please let me know if you are hearing static. I'm hearing static. And I have a feeling I'm alone in this. It's irritating the fuck out of me.
So, did you look through the book?
Yes. but I'm still analyzing it.
Wow, no quick skim for you, huh?
I just prefer to be thorough. Master, is what it says in the last passage true?
Oh yeah, that. Bummer, huh?
Yes.
By the way, if one day I suddenly disappear, I'm counting on you to keep the others calm, okay?
Huh?
He's too casual.
Disappear?
Vanish, dim, fade. I don't
Dim
know how to
fade?
explain it. It's just hypothetical talk.
Okay.
Okay. You're too casual.
This world is full of light. It's a world comprised of many smaller worlds, all connected, stretching as far as the eye can see. One great light protects us all throughout this vast land. All worlds share one light, one fate.
I take it you're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Yep, you're right on the money. People believe that the light that is Kingdom Hearts will be here forever.
That's good. Good to know.
But if it were to disappear, the world would be enveloped in darkness.
I understand. That is why you granted us these Keyblades. With these, we can spread the teachings of light. And we can protect Kingdom Hearts from darkness.
No, they're not for protecting Kingdom Hearts.
Huh?
The final passage reads, "On that fated land, a great war shall transpire. Darkness will prevail, and the light expire."
Isn't it our duty as Keyblade wielders to prevent this war from taking place?
Not possible.
What?
You really think you can change the future?
Then, what do you want us to do?
We have to focus on what comes after. There's no use thinking of ways to change events that we know are gonna happen.
But what about all of those who are here now? And the ones who will be here when the darkness finally comes? Are we to abandon all of them?
Come on, are you telling me that you think the world can be saved by just 7 people?
We have to at least try. With enough Keyblade wielders, we could...
Well, if you want to give it a shot.
Yes.
Alrighty, good luck.
Can I pause? Okay. I love how he's like, oh, there's gonna be a war and darkness is definitely gonna win. And it's like, shouldn't we try to prevent this war? And it's just like, did you miss the part where you lose? Because isn't that the thing with fate or something? Isn't that like the saying about fate that the path you take to avoid fate is usually the road that leads to it?
And so the reliable Era, who wore the mask of the unicorn, was given his role to take over for the Master and to lead the others. Similarly, the virtuous Envy, who wore the mask of the snake, was given her role to watch over the others with a fair eye. The fearless Aced, who wore the mask of the bear, was given his role to support their brand new leader, Era. The prudent Ava, who wore the mask of the fox, was given her role to prepare exceptional Keyblade wielders for the world after.
Okay, so let me see. Unicorn, snake, bear, fox. Right.
The cool-headed Gula, who wore the mask of the leopard, was given his role to uncover the mystery of the Book of Prophecies.
Oh, is that it? Okay, I thought there was gonna
The
be more.
first of the apprentices to be given their role, watched his companions from afar as they learned what it was that they were meant to do.
Okay, so the other guy's got a mask though, and this guy was not given a mask. He was told, here's a box, fuck off. But he wasn't given a mask. So we have unicorn, snake, bear, fox, leopard, and cloak guy. Well, no, there's 2 cloak guys. No distinction benefits, just one big guild. Also, all of their names are based on the 7 sins. Ah. That's right, he even said 7 of us. Didn't he? And what was it? The 7 deadly sins. Pride, greed, gluttony, lust. Hang on. Pride, greed, gluttony, lust. That's 4. Seven of these fucking things. I don't think envy, because I was about to say jealousy, but I was like, no, it's envy. Now there's 2 more and I'm not remembering them, but we gotta keep going.
Then he disappeared. Not long after that, the master vanished, dimmed, and faded without a trace.
Oh, used all 3 words that the master themselves used. I noticed that. Because he said dimmed, faded.
This is where your story began.
Oh, slot and envy.
Story
Yeah, I
of
said
your
envy.
very own adventure.
Slot. Though.
5 of the master's apprentices armed themselves with the Book of Prophecies. They each created a union. This would fulfill his wishes. Then, they set out to rally Keyblade wielders just like you. By defeating Heartless, the monsters of darkness, they would gather light.
Didn't we learn in, what was it, Kingdom Hearts 2 or something? That collecting the Heartless leads to, like, it led to, like, the nobodies being able to... Like, I remember that it was a bad thing that they... there was a big blue heart and everything, and they had to... I remember that killing the Heartless ended up playing into the organization's hands. So immediately I'm like, And like literally, like he gave them the Book of Prophecies, and then said, "Oh yeah, there's this." And then they were like, "Oh, there's this war. Should we try and do something to prevent this war? I mean, we're the good guys. We should do something to prevent this war, right?" And then he was just like, "Yeah, sure. If you like, you're on your own though. If you want to do that, you're on your own." And he just fucking leaves. It's like, I'm out. Bye. Hang on, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I thought it was gonna end up being like 13 or something, you know? Defeating Heartless released the captured hearts. Those hearts then return to Kingdom Hearts to be recycled. Ooh.
There's a traitor among us.
Oh, here we go.
Are you certain? What proof do you have?
There's gonna be a war in the future. Should we do something to prevent that, maybe? First, like, actual, like, present day moment between these characters. There's a traitor amongst us. It's like, oh, here it goes. Here it begins. This is the start. The
I
fuck?
found this sniffing around.
Is that a dark Cherothy?
Oh no.
Is that a nightmare?
I thought this was a movie. Namely, Who is the Traitor? Oh, okay. So I was like, for fuck's sake, I thought this was a movie. I was like, why?
Master, did you make this? It's so cute!
Oh, she's so childlike.
things
I
are
love
gonna
it.
get pretty hectic around here soon. But this spirit Cherothy is gonna make your lives much easier. Hopefully.
Spirit?
You could say they're like cats or dogs. And they'll be your loyal pets. Every wielder will have one of these adorable little guys at their side. They're here to help, so play nice.
Okay.
Like, every Keyblade wielder will have one of those fucking things? Like, is that a thing? The fuck? Or is that just like for his followers specifically? Because I know we've never come across these fuckers yet. Like, not like Zora hasn't, Riku hasn't, the other trio, the Wayfinder trio hasn't. So like, is that just for his people specifically? So I know that creature comes up later down the line because I've seen like cutscenes of things. So I know that this type of a creature is like, that's like Kingdom Hearts 3 though. I don't remember that happening before. So it's like, do all Keyblade wielders have this creature, or is it just his followers that have this creature as a loyal pet?
Oh, right. Before I forget. If a wielder is overcome by malice, or rather if their heart is tainted by darkness, their adorable little spirit will turn dark and become a nightmare.
So you're telling us that if we...
Spirit nightmare, it's calling back to Dream Drop Distance, where there were spirits and there were nightmares. Okay. That's interesting. I know like it's in this little teddy bear form, but yeah, in Dream Drop Distance, there's your spirits and there's your nightmares. So this must have been the start of that, I guess. But Zora and Riku have spirits and nightmares. Yeah, I just clocked that bit where he said your spirits will turn to nightmares. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, Dream Drop Distance. Yeah, okay, got it. It's a Dream Eater.
See a nightmare.
Someone has fallen into darkness.
Exactly. And if you don't stop this renegade spirit, it'll plant darkness in the hearts of others. And you'll have an army of nightmares on your hands. Beware.
And again, going back to Dream Drop Distance, there was like a lot of there was a lot of spirits, but there was also a lot of nightmares. So again, this is what this is. It's wielders of the Keyblades have spirits, but then if that wielder falls to darkness, the spirits turn to nightmares. But everyone has darkness in their hearts. So we don't initially know that it was a Dream Eater in the mobile game. There's a cutscene that reveals it, and then the community went haywire over the revelation.
So, if we see one of these nightmares anywhere, we have to get rid of it on the spot.
No! I won't let you do that!
No wonder you ended up as the bear. You're scary.
Your
Or
point?
scary.
Maybe you can growl at them.
Oh.
Ugh, don't insult me!
Come on, Hassan. You won't know if it works unless you try.
Please tell me you're joking. It's not me!
There's an easy way to solve this. If we all summon our spirits, then we'll know.
Unfortunately, there are countless wielders in our unions. It would be easy for any of us to summon a Cherokee that isn't a nightmare. I'm afraid that your suggestion wouldn't help us get to the bottom of this.
Oh, so they can summon, because like, even if their own personal Cherokee or whatever is the nightmare, has turned into a nightmare, they can summon one of their students' Cherokees instead and be like, oh, well, it's not me because look, my Cherokee is fine or whatever. That's not really explained here, but that's why they're so concerned about nightmare. This is the age of fairy tales. People are all beings of light. I just realized I was not sitting comfortably at all. Alright, I'm gonna press play.
Yeah, in that case, who's to say that the nightmare you saw belongs to one of us?
A immediately excellent point is like, that immediately she's like, well then who's to say it belongs to any of us in the first place? It could be one of the people in our unions. So the fact that he's immediately jumped to the conclusion of one of us is evil now is like, it's a good point. I'm just saying, like, I didn't clock that immediately. But I love the fact that like the fox immediately was like, oh, if by the same logic, how would you know it's ours? It could be somebody else's. Like, the fact that it's an immediate, like, jump into one of you has gone evil. Instead of someone in any of our unions, potentially even one of us, has turned to the darkness. Do you know what I mean? Darkness doesn't exist in people here yet. Oh, okay, so it becomes a thing later, but right now they're just light. But the thing about light is that light always casts shadows. That is a thing. That is like a natural thing of light. So the fact that there's so much light means inevitably, it's casting shadows. So if everything's light, then that means somewhere else, everything is dark. That's the only option. That's like that's just how it works, really. Like in real life, I don't know about like Kingdom Hearts specifically, but that is, and like I do remember, what was a fairy godmother said to Aqua in Birth by Sleep, that is what she said to Aqua. She says that darkness is always cast by light. Like light always casts a shadow. So like, yeah.
Belong to anyone in our unions.
That's highly unlikely. Do you recall the tool the wielders were given in order to make them stronger? We generally don't concern ourselves with what they have at their disposal. However, I believe those tools were the Nightmare's doing.
The bangles. I know when they're equipped, they have the power to collect dark energy. But I thought we all agreed that was okay.
Collecting is fine, but using that power is the equivalent of using the power of darkness.
It's a brilliant plan. Everyone knows that all spirits look the same, and wielders exist in spades. There's no way to tell.
Oh no. Everyone's already equipped their bangles.
So what now? How do we find out who's behind this?
Seeing as those bangles couldn't have been acquired by just anyone, I believe it's one of us here in this room.
No, Ira. I respectfully disagree. What proof do we have that the bangles are tied to the power of darkness, or if a nightmare is to blame? We shouldn't simply jump to conclusions.
Ira, some leader you are. You've managed to plant seeds of doubt in all of us with that speech. What, did you expect the traitor to give themselves up with that accusation of yours? That was foolish.
Said, that's quite enough.
It looks to me like the Master made the wrong choice.
Wait, where do you think you're going?
I think we're done here. I trust you'll keep us all updated.
I hope we can all resolve this soon.
Literally the bear got in one where he's just like, you put doubts in all of us because of this. It's like, it's an excellent point though. Fucking go away. It's like, goddamn, what were you expecting to happen?
That didn't go as expected.
What's wrong, Ira? This isn't like you.
A lost page.
That it is. He was expecting the traitor just to go, it's me, I did it, I'm so sorry. Like, he was genuinely expecting the traitor to be like, it was me. That seems like what that was, honestly. The way he's like, well, that didn't go expected. So like, you genuinely believed that's all it would take. You didn't like try to set a trap or anything?
Something's missing from our book of prophecies. Each of our copies were said to contain the events of the future. But this incident, well, it's nowhere to be found.
And how does this whole thing with the traitor tie together?
Like I said, it's nowhere to be found. In my book.
Ira, Are you implying that someone is in possession of the missing page? And the person with the complete book is the traitor?
There is something going on, and a page is suspiciously missing from the book. It's not so far-fetched to assume that the one who has the lost page has been turned.
Okay, but like, why? Because like, I'm assuming that they've only read their own books, and they are just assuming that they all have the same book. It's like, why is he assuming that they all have the same book? Because for all they know, they've all gotten like different things. Do you know what I mean? Unless they've like read it out to each other. I'm like, yep, my book has that. Yep, mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, because like, my first thought wouldn't be, oh, my book is missing a page. I'd be like, how do I know that like we all got the same prophecies? Because like maybe I got prophecies to do with X, Y, and Z. Somebody else got prophecies to do with A, B, and C. Do you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't immediately jump into that. So unless they've like talked about this before, and they've all been like, oh yeah, and then they're like, oh yeah, we all have the same thing in our books. You know what I mean?
That they have fallen into the hands of darkness. Trust me.
There seems to be no record of it in my book either. You may be onto something. I wonder...
Another thing I was gonna say before I forget about my train of thought was like, sure, these are like books of prophecies or whatever, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna catch every single last little dime of a thing, right? Like it might catch a lot of things. That doesn't mean it's gonna catch everything. Like ultimately, like nothing is set in stone, and on top of that, like what's put in these books are only what the master is aware of, or what he like saw, or whatever the fuck. What if he didn't see the traitor, and so therefore it didn't put it into the book? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not solid. I think this is kind of going to show that they've gone so heavily reliant on these books that the second something happens outside of the prophecy, they're like, oh, there's a traitor, it's the only explanation. Is like, you've gotten so so reliant on this book that you're not valuing like people anymore. Like I think it's reminding me of like a quote I read somewhere. It's something like you have sight but you fail to value the unseen, or something like that. And it's basically just meant, because like it was said towards a character who had like this had powers, and their powers were like be able to see the future, whatever, or not even be able to see the future. It was they were able to see like into other dimensions and other like spaces and that sort of thing. And so they were told, you've gotten so used to be able to see anything you want to see that you fail to value like what people's emotions, what people are thinking, like what are they deliberately like trying to keep to themselves because they want a bit of privacy. What are they not able to like verbally say aloud or whatever. So it's basically like you got so used to be able to like see whatever you want to see that you stop valuing people, because if you can't see X, Y, and Z, then it doesn't matter. So you fail to value the unseen. Basically, I always kind of took that as like you've stopped valuing people. You only value what you can see, and therefore you stop valuing people and their thoughts and their feelings and that sort of thing. So it's like, I'm kind of seeing it as like they've gotten so used to these books, and they've gotten so used to be able to just know X, Y, and Z, that they're kind of failing to recognize like, hey, you have these unions, you have all these keyblade wielders, you're teaching them something, surely, right? That's what this is about. They're teaching keyblade wielders, so you're teaching them X, Y, and Z, and you're probably all teaching them different things, or like slightly different things based on your own biases or whatever. So like, you don't know what they're actually like. These keyblade wielders are maybe deciding on their own, oh, I value X but I don't value Y, or I value A but I don't value B, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's, you're not valuing people. The Book of Masters, or the Master passed down 5 copies of the Book of Prophecies, 1 to each of them. Keyword copy. 5 copies of the Book of Prophecy. Okay.
Could this have been the Master's plan all along? To grant the lost page to only one of us?
We have no way of knowing.
And she said the lost page. You don't know that. It could be pages. It could be multiple pages.
The Master is gone.
I understand what you were saying. I promise to keep a close eye on the others. I will keep you informed, as always.
Thanks.
Of course. After all, that is what the Master asked of me. And Ira, may your heart be your guiding key.
Also, like, I do think "May Your Heart Be Your Guiding Key" is very cute and everything. But another way to, like, kind of look at that as well is, like, people are not a hive mind. So everyone's guiding key is going to guide them differently. Right? So, like, Era might be like, oh, my guiding key is leading me in this left direction, and then I've already forgotten the others' names. The snake woman, her guiding key, her heart might be leading her down the right direction, like, as in, like, the direction of right, not that she is right. Do you know what I mean? Or, like, she's being directed down the middle road or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, again, like, may your heart be your guiding key. Very cute. I like the saying, but it's, again, as people, everyone's guiding key is, like, everyone's heart is going to guide them differently. So it's like, that very line is like, hey, you're an individual, may your heart be your guiding key. Your individual is, your heart is going to lead you in different directions than everybody else. It's like, it's what I'm thinking immediately. You know what I mean? Like, they're trying to stay united or whatever, but it's like, you're different people. Your heart is going to guide you in different ways to different locations, to different things, which means inevitably there's going to be a falling out, because inevitably you're all going to have changed enough that you all want to go in different directions. Case of India.
So, to sum it up, I'll need you to observe the others. Easy breezy.
All right.
Like I said, Ira may have to take over for me. But don't be shy. Just be fair. And do not be afraid to speak up. Even though I say observe, you'll need to be the mediator. Make sure people get along.
I understand.
Did he just give her the role of people pleaser? Is that what just happened?
Without you or Lushu, to form and maintain our own unions is... it's a little unnerving, to be honest.
Oh, come on! Lighten up a little. Maybe I'll never disappear. Wait, do you want me to go?
What? No, of course not.
I was just kidding.
Oh, I see.
Look, I get that change can be hard for everyone, but things need to keep moving forward. And you need to keep up. Otherwise, you'll just get left behind, all alone. Now that you know what the future holds, Envy, what does your heart say? May your heart be your guiding key.
That's in quotations.
You ultimately need to do...
That was in quotations. I'm sorry, but the may your heart be your guiding key, it was in quotations. It's never done that before. Nah, that's suspicious as hell. That is suspicious as hell. It's like he's saying go in different directions.
What your heart feels is right.
Right.
Not over those
I was wrong about Ira. I thought he would make a great leader, but he let me down. Well, what do you two think? You don't believe what Ira said. Do you?
Of course not. His argument was unconvincing. It's like Invi said. He's just making baseless assumptions given the situation. There's no evidence to tie his accusations to anyone, let alone one of us.
Maybe there's something he hasn't told us.
And he needs to tell us! How dare he look at us with suspicion? We're his comrades!
I wouldn't call us comrades. Anyway, could you get to the point?
Did he?
I know you didn't call us here just to complain.
Hang on, did he just say I wouldn't call him comrade?
I want the three of us to form an alliance.
But alliances are forbidden, us said.
I knew it. I had a feeling it would come to this. So, we join forces, then confront Ira?
Confronting him is pointless. Ira won't change his mind.
Why are you so sure of that?
I know there's darkness at work. There's no question.
Why are you so sure of that?
I don't believe for a second there's a traitor among us. Unfortunately, Ira doesn't share the same belief. He's just wasting time trying to figure out who the traitor is. The darkness won't wait, and neither should we. We need to band together now and find a way to fight it.
Guess it makes sense.
I agree that we need to do something to fight the darkness. But combining our unions? That was strictly forbidden by the Master.
He's no longer here.
I'm in.
What?
But let's be clear. The alliance is just between the two of us right now. I don't want my union members involved.
Gula!
I see now why Union Cross was fine.
I want to follow the Master's teachings.
Understood. That's your choice to make. You should do whatever you feel is right.
Again,
By the way, I said,
the whatever you feel is right thing is very may your heart be your guiding key. I think everyone is just doing what they feel is right or whatever, and so far it's leading them in different directions.
do Ira and Invi know?
Obviously not.
I haven't talked to Ira about it for obvious reasons, but I did ask Envy to join us.
You wanted to see me? Gula, Ava, what are you doing here? What's the meaning of this?
Hear me out, Envy. I want an alliance among our unions. Gula here has already agreed.
Why would you say that?
You join us, and together we
And
can...
disobey the Master's teachings?
We don't have a choice! Darkness is approaching, and we need to combine our strength to stand against it.
The Master bestowed each of us with a different role, and he specifically told us to keep our union separate, to maintain the balance of power. He told us that any imbalance would lead to a desire for more power, which leads to darkness. I know you haven't forgotten. Perhaps it's you who has been tainted by darkness.
You know what this is giving? The other way in like Jedi, the Jedi Knights or whatever, they tried so hard not to fall to darkness. So they had rules like don't be compassionate or whatever, or ask questions. Like I can't remember their like code of conduct or whatever, but it was very contradictory, and it was very like yeah, there was just a lot of contradictions in it, and most of it was basically be an unfeeling robot because emotions lead to darkness or whatever. And it's just like suppression leads to like a buildup of emotion, which then leads to darkness. Because like, isn't it canonical that most of the masters, they either died or they fell to darkness because they had like decades of like repressed emotion, but then also now trauma on top of it all, that they just majority of them fell to darkness. So it's like, again, it's the case of like the path that they chose, the path that they were on to avoid falling into darkness kind of led to them at the end of the day falling to darkness. And this is very much coming across like that like the path that they went on to prevent darkness and to prevent, I guess, the war with darkness that they would inevitably lose, because that is in the Book of Prophecies. The light and the dark will go to war and the dark will win. So it's like every action that they've taken has only strengthened the fact that this will happen, basically.
I'm tainted by darkness? Then what about you, Envy? You spy on us and report everything you see back to Era. You really think you have no darkness in your heart after what you did?
Because that is my role.
To observe us, yes, but not to disclose everything we say and do to Era.
That's...
For all we know, you and Era could be allies, scheming behind our backs.
That's enough.
He did tell her to speak up, though. Isn't that one of the things he said? Like, to observe, yes, but speak up when you see something?
When will it stop? I don't want us to turn against each other.
She seems the most pure-hearted of all of them. The
Master
fox. Ava.
Oh, hello. Your name is Ephemer, right?
Uh-huh.
I
Can I join you?
I think I've seen that character model. Isn't that the mobile game character? So I've seen like little clips of that. I think that's the mobile character, like from the mobile games. I have no idea what his name is. I'm sorry. I'm just somewhat semi-aware of him, but that's it. I know nothing about the mobile games. Nothing.
Why the long face? Did something happen?
And be the mediator. Which again is another good point. They knew that her role was to observe, but they didn't know about the be a mediator thing, or that she was allowed to speak up or whatever. But yeah, like to be the mediator. Is that exactly? That's a good point too.
Long day. Do you remember what you asked me before? About why the unions compete against each other instead of working together? Actually,
Oh, okay, not the main character. Okay, I thought so.
Isn't it just because the master said so?
So it is a character from the mobile games, but not the main character. Okay, so I was at least right about the mobile game bit, even if I wasn't right about the main character. You do meet him and a few other people. Oh, okay, good to know.
Yes. And as such, we must obey. The master said so. So it is. But lately, I've really started to wonder. You once told me that you were looking for answers. That you wanted to solve the mysteries of this world. Well, I think that's how things should be.
Also, Ace the bear is that the snake girl is only speaking up to Erez the unicorn and not to everyone. I suppose that is a good point as well, because like we've only really seen her like collaborating, I guess. Well, not collaborating, because the whole unions or alliances are forbidden or whatever. But we do see her in that moment talk to the bear and outright saying this goes against what our master taught us. So she is like talking with him in that moment. She is like speaking out like the master told her to do. She said, because he said, if you see something, say something. And she's seeing it and she's saying something. But I suppose you are right that like she doesn't necessarily have to report back. Just to observe and be the mediator. So like to be the mediator though, well no, to be the mediator is to be in the middle basically. To be neutral or to kind of try and please everyone. Whereas she's basically become like the spy master to the leader because he's the leader, and keeping the peace basically is everyone falling in line with the leader, I guess. That's how she's taken to interpret it.
We need to question things and think for ourselves.
Oh, I was actually about to say that as well, about the thinking for themselves bit as well. I was gonna say that like a lot of this is like, oh, we should follow the master's teaching. It's like, how do you know he doesn't want you to think for yourselves? And she literally just said, maybe he wants us to think for ourselves. Hello. Good to see everyone. And yes, you're right. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Oh, whoops.
You're really not yourself today. I guess even foretellers have their off days.
Foretellers.
Hey, maybe talking about the book will cheer you up.
Not a chance.
Oh.
You were trying to pull a fast one on me, weren't you?
Oh, no, I was joking.
If you say so.
They're so cute. Look at them.
But to be honest, I think it would be great if all the unions could work together and be friends.
You know, I made a friend from another union today. Wasn't much of a talker, maybe just shy. We're meeting again tomorrow.
Are they not allowed to be friends amongst the unions?
Then you'd better go home and get some sleep.
Okay.
Because it's one thing to, like, not form alliances or whatever, but you're not allowed to be friends?
I don't know what's got you down, but please cheer up.
I suppose alliances and friendship are similar enough, I guess. Oop, hey, lost.
I'll be glad to leave the future to the kids who see the world in the way that you do.
She's talking as if she's about to fade away.
Let the wind carry you far, far away. My dandelions.
Oh, that's so cute. My dandelions. That's adorable. That is so cute. Also, was that a crown I saw in that page? That was a crown. That's like, isn't Zora always surrounded by crowns? I'm just saying.
Envy.
The friend he's talking about is the main character, aka you. Oh, okay. That makes sense. And they even said not much of a talker, which player characters tend to be silent. I'm kind of getting annoyed by the silent protagonist characters. I like the likes of Zora. He's like the player character, but he has an actual fucking personality. I'm getting really tired of the silent protagonists. They're actually starting to annoy me. As like, I want a character that actually has character, please and fucking thank you.
Have you learned something?
Oh, and there's a heartless symbol as well.
Unions are now allied.
So Ased is the traitor after all.
After all.
I don't believe he is.
Why's that?
To Ased, unification is a means of gathering strength to oppose the darkness. So I believe his heart still belongs to the light.
Even so, forming alliances was strictly forbidden by the Master.
Yes, and his teachings are absolute. That's why I will try and persuade Gula to dissolve their alliance.
Then I'll do it.
No. Please, let me do the talking.
Because she's the mediator.
Intervention will do nothing more than spur Ased's anger.
All right. I'll leave it to you.
And one more thing. Ased has begun to question the two of us. As a precaution, my reports will be less frequent. I don't want him to get the wrong idea. Please understand.
Yes, I do.
Do you think there's something going on between the two of them? Because you're the way in, again, going back to, like, the Jedi. Wasn't there a thing with the Jedi, like, because their whole thing was no emotion. So one of their things was also about, like, you're not allowed to have relationships. Do you think there's, like, some kind of, like, line in there somewhere in the rules as well about these guys not being allowed to, like, be in romantic relationships or whatever? Because these two are kind of giving, like, maybe having feelings for each other or whatever, and maybe that's the reason why she kind of chose to, like, report him whenever, because it meant, like, more time spent together. Oh, so you have a little bit of background on the game. This is based off of the Book of Prophecies. Details everything about from their time all the way up to Kingdom Hearts 3. The book shows you all the Disney characters, Zora and the gang, and that's why you're seeing those symbols in it. Ah, good to know. You're fighting in the Disney worlds, meeting people from the future. Okay. The main task in the game is to defeat Heartless and collect light looks. A few months later, Jesus.
I think I'm done.
Done with what?
The Alliance. I think it's time to call it quits.
For what reason?
To put it simply, I entered this alliance thinking we were preparing to fight some impending darkness, but it hasn't come. In fact, there haven't been any suspicious incidents recently, and you haven't rallied anyone else to your cause.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but
This alliance is meaningless. Even Envy agrees. Oh.
Envy?
Uh-oh. You weren't supposed to find out.
Is Envy the one who told you to break our alliance?
Okay, but like,
Maybe.
that was suspicious. Like, oh no, you weren't supposed to find out. It's like, the fuck? That was too easy. You let that slip too easy. What the fuck? That's suspicious as hell. That genuinely is suspicious as hell. That like, oh no, you weren't supposed to find out. It's like, That's just, no, that was too put on. That was a performance.
But I'm the one who decided to do it. And I've already told you why.
Oh,
We don't even know who the traitor is yet!
probably none of you, from the seams of it.
And that's exactly why. I just can't trust anyone but myself.
Don't you realize you won't stand a chance against the darkness on your own?
Sorry, my mind's made up.
Envy, you will regret this.
Okay, he seems to be falling into the darkness though. As in like into fear and anger and that sort of thing. So even if he's not in the darkness yet, he might be coming to the darkness, whatever. Or whatever that phrase is.
You been here long? My bad.
No.
So, what did you want?
You didn't forget, did you? You're the one who called me here.
Lighten up! I was just kidding! I didn't forget. Give me a little credit here. I was just testing you.
No, you weren't.
Right.
Now then,
Prankster.
allow me to tell you about your role. You're going to
no.
be Ira's right-hand man.
What? Ira's right-hand man? What do you mean?
Well, Ira's gonna be the new leader after I'm gone, you see. So, just stand by her. Don't disappoint.
Explain to me, Master. What do you mean Ira's going to be leader?
What? Is that disappointment I hear? Did you want to be leader?
No! I mean, if you had asked me to be the leader, that's a different story, but I wasn't trying.
You really want to be leader, huh?
Well...
I know you want it, but that just isn't enough. Any chump can say, here's a huge promotion, good job, and make you head honcho. But enthusiasm alone doesn't make a great leader. Ira needs someone like you to give him a push in the right direction.
What? What? So he basically just said, Ira's a better leader than you, but also he's incompetent enough that even though I think you're an incompetent leader and that's the reason why I'm not making you the leader, you, the incompetent one, need to make sure that this other incompetent one goes in the right direction. He basically said both of them are bad leaders. If Ira is a bad leader and this guy, the bear guy, is a bad leader, Aced is a bad leader, why the fuck did you put bad leader 1 and bad leader 2 in charge? Or, sorry, should I say bad leader 1 in charge and then runner-up bad leader as second in command or whatever? What the fuck? If these are the two bad leaders, why are they leader 1 and the leader and the second in command? The fuck? It's sabotage. Bear guy is giving Xehanort vibes. Yeah, like he very badly hid the fact that he wanted to be the head honcho. You know what I mean? Because like when he was like, "Oh, be the right hand man of your man" or whatever, it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's like, did I hear disappointment? And I was like, it's clear he wants to be the leader, but it's also clear from what we've seen of him so far that like being a leader is not his forte at all. I wouldn't put this guy as second in command. Like I wouldn't give him a leadership role at all. He's one of those characters that would be a good, you know, like he'd be like a good support, but he wouldn't be a good leader. At least as so far, he's not a good leader. Do you know what I mean? Said. Okay.
I agree. Ira is definitely the most worthy among us. I'm sure he'll make a fine leader.
Then it's settled.
Again.
I agree that he is worthy, but why do we need a new leader, Master? Does that mean you will no longer be teaching us?
Well,
Ooh, a little tell there.
disappear one day. Well, I might disappear.
Disappear? Why? Where?
Speak up sooner if you're listening. It was embarrassing for me.
Who is this guy?
I don't know if I'm gonna disappear or not. It's anyone's guess right now.
But
in any case, you need to support Ira. We both know he's quite serious. He's always just thinking and thinking and thinking behind that unicorn mask of his. So everyone will be counting on you to spur him into action.
Oh, so the thinker and the action guy. I was literally about to say he seems more like he's the action guy, because that's what I was saying, like he's the support. He's the person you would need to put your plans into action. You know what I mean? Like you'll be like, the plan is ABC. You, bear guy, you do X, Y, and Z or whatever to make this plan work, because it's an action plan and plans need action. You know what I mean? That's literally what I was saying, that he'd be a good support because action. So like literally the dude even just said it there, like he's the thinker, you're the action guy. You're gonna need to like put his plans into action, basically, which is literally what I was thinking. But it's like he's contradicting himself. He's saying this one's incompetent, that one's incompetent, but also you're the leader and you're the second in command.
right.
You might not be entirely happy with your role, but just know that it's the most important one. Capiche? Now, shall I elaborate? Making Ira the leader is all good in theory, but sometime later you might think, he's terrible at this. In which case it'll be your job to step up. Who knows? Your leadership might be just what everyone needs. And that is your true role.
See what I mean? See what I mean? He said incompetent one might become more incompetent one day, so you should step up. That is your quote-unquote true role. It's like suspicious. So this is why, that's the reason why Bear Guy is doing what he's doing now. He thinks he thinks that Era is finally becoming competent enough that he now needs to step up and become the new leader or whatever. But then it didn't work, because as the leopard guy said, it's been months and you failed to bring anyone else into your cause, onto your side or whatever. So again, showing that like he's not that much of a leader. And so he tried to become the new leader and kind of like, you know, he tried to become the new leader and it just didn't work because, you know, he couldn't get anyone on his side.
May your heart be your guiding key. Best of luck, Asad.
Asad, okay. I like it when the characters actually say the names that way. I know.
It's been over a year since the Master left. It's time for me to fulfill my true role.
What the fuck? That's right, he did say you will regret this. And then the next frame is literally him attacking her. I was so confused. What?
Why do you get in my way?
Well, that escalated quickly, exactly.
Don't be so conceited. I'm protecting the balance, just like the Master told us to.
Oh. the symbolism.
You need to come to your senses!
If we don't do something, light will expire. Then we won't be able to avoid the grim future that awaits. We need to defy the...
The thing is, we won't be able to... What was it? We won't be able to avoid the grim future. The Master said it's gonna happen regardless. You know what I mean? Like, that's what the dude... Well, that's what he said to Ira, anyways. He said that there's no stopping it. It's gonna happen regardless. Well, he said it in so many words, basically. And it's just like... Again, it's what I was saying earlier. I was like, on the path to avoiding your fate, you end up creating the road to your fate, basically.
Master's teachings to protect the world.
You're saying he was wrong?
He's not here anymore. I won't let his prophecy come true. I won't let the world fall into darkness.
Yet you're the first one falling to darkness.
You fool!
Oh, they all seem to have different elements. His seems to be ground, but there's darkness in it as well. Or there's water so far. Oh my god! It's the Chisaki.
Ava, over here!
Envy! Assad! What's going on?
I found out who the traitor is. Regrettably.
No, that's not true!
Ava, there's no time to lose!
That was suspicious as well. Leopard is leading them to attacking the bear, basically.
May my heart be my guiding key.
See? Again, what I was saying earlier, that like all of their hearts are leading them in different directions, and now it's leading them against each other. Oh, that their colors are elemental infinities. And I wasn't really thinking about their coloring, honestly. I was thinking about like their masks, and I was also thinking like, have they ever even seen each other's faces? Also, he has pages. So. Oh, we're gonna find out what Leopard's role is.
Master. Master?
Oh, I see.
If you're busy, I can always come back later.
Sure. Oh, no, stay! Now, where...
Leopard feels like a Ventus.
Here it
Venedit?
is.
Ventus. So the Master himself tore out pages.
What's this?
Go on, read it.
This is from the Book of Prophecies. But
Yep. It's a page that's not in any of your books.
and what's written here is...
Your role. You must find the traitor hidden among you, and stop them before it's too late. And in order to help you find the traitor...
I get it. That's why you gave us all different roles, isn't it? If anyone deviates from the job they were given, we can easily conclude that they are the traitor. It's brilliant!
Way to steal my thunder, show off!
Okay, so he gave this guy the role of finding the traitor, but he told the bear, hey, by the way, your true role is when... What was the unicorn? When the unicorn is... when he becomes a worse leader or whatever, then you step up and you become the new leader or whatever. So he basically said, hey bear, eventually I'm going to, because of this true role I've given you, you are the unknown hidden traitor, basically, and I've given you the role of being the traitor. And then he said to this leopard guy, hey, there's going to be a traitor. You need to be watching out for who the traitor is. It's like, but the master told him to betray them. He's just following his role, basically. I was like, so technically speaking, there are no traitors because he's doing his role. Because if his role is, hey, I need you at some point to quote-unquote rise up and quote-unquote become the new leader or whatever, then he's, like, in terms of technicality, he's not a traitor because he's following his role. But because the others don't know that his true role is to take up leadership or whatever, when he feels that Ira is being a bad leader, then he's, then from their perspective, he's the traitor. It's like, for fuck's sake. He basically said, hey, you're the traitor, and then the next guy, he said, hey, you need to find the traitor.
Huh? It's not fair. My plan was supposed to blow your mind with its grandeur.
And on top of that as well is like, I was literally saying that the leopard guy was acting suspiciously, giving the idea that maybe he was actually the traitor and that the bear was just the red herring. But because he was given the role of, hey, find the traitor, he's been acting suspiciously as hell because he's been trying to figure out who's actually the traitor. And he's had this information the entire time. So he's always been very secretive amongst the rest of them because he's always known from the beginning one of them is a traitor. So it's like, oh my god. So he's like, you're the fake traitor, you're the actual traitor. Oh my god, it's fucking... He's deliberately giving contradictory roles as of so far. And like, if anything, the snake woman in Envy, her being the mediator, if anything, that role is her basically being the leader. We've seen her take on a more leadership role so far than the actual leader guy. Because all the leader guy has done so far is cast doubt on everyone. Cast everyone into like one of us is a traitor. And then it's been Envy so far we've seen actually be the leader. So it's like her role was to be the mediator, but she's being the leader.
I should have hit the floor at my sheer genius.
I'm sorry? But was my logic flawed?
Oh, you're right. So, I guess now you've earned your time in the limelight.
Also, I failed to say this before, but the master is coming across very immature in so many ways. It's like, how is this guy a master of anything? Never mind the master among masters. Because, like, the fuck? I'm assuming it must be some sort of persona, I guess, but still. It's like, I don't know. I don't like him. He's weird. And suspicious as hell.
Even though there is a traitor, act normal and keep focused. Trust no one but yourself.
So he literally said, you're the fake traitor. This is the actual traitor. He's been in the shadows the entire time. You know what I mean? The leopard has been the unknown real traitor this entire time. So he's been acting very suspiciously. He's been pitting them against each other, basically.
Trust no one but myself.
Facial behavior. I have a theory of my own from this, we'll say later. So I'm guessing if we're going that everyone's colors is a different element, then I'm guessing the leopard is lightning because he's yellow. Electricity. There we go.
Gula.
Do you want to know what my role is?
Huh?
The books we were given are incomplete. There's a lost page.
Lost page?
On that page, it is written that there is a traitor. The master told me to find and stop that person.
I called you my comrade. But never again, Gula. It doesn't matter to me if you think I am the traitor and you want to strike me down. You knew there was a traitor and you just watched silently as we fought each other.
Exactly.
I won't forget.
Exactly. That is traitor behavior. Instead of just coming out right and saying the master's role for me was to find the traitor or whatever, this is the lost page. It's like you've been acting like a traitor because you didn't fucking say anything. So this entire time you've been the traitor. You didn't say anything. He even said you watched us fight amongst each other. Like, that's fucking excellent point. He said, here's the fake traitor, here's the actual traitor. And the fake traitor clocked it. He went, you're the real traitor, you watched us fight amongst ourselves, and you didn't fucking say or do anything about it.
Give you for that.
You can barely stay on your feet. Just give up already.
Don't you underestimate me!
Oh.
Please stop!
Oh my god. She's so sweet. And also, how did you lose to an injured person? See? He's still good though. No! She did not betray you. She just walked in on you attacking a friend. She doesn't have the context clues here.
Why did...
This would be a good time to mention, aside from Irid, they were all told by the Master of Masters to not reveal their secret roles. They're not supposed to know what they were all tasked to do, but they all know some things, like Invid was always watching them.
Did it have to come to this?
I'm not liking the Master of Masters. He's deliberately setting this shit up. Because, like, literally, the reason why Irid suspected that there was a traitor in the first place was like, oh, the book doesn't talk about a traitor. So therefore, there must be a missing page that talked about the traitor that isn't in my book. And then Snake Woman said, it's not in my book either. And then Leopard Dude's like, I have the lost page. It's talked about a traitor. It's like, if there was... Literally, the whole set of events was that lost page in the first place. That's the reason why he was so convinced there must be a traitor, because the book doesn't state anything about a traitor. I was like, by taking the page out and saying, hey, here you go, Leopard Dude. Here's the book about the traitor, or the page about the traitor, making him act like a traitor, and then the rest of them clock, oh, there must be a traitor because something's happened, and the book doesn't mention a traitor. Like, with him as well, they must have known, like, the bear, they must have known that his role was to be the second in command, basically, because he said, the master said to be your right-hand man, but he wouldn't have told them that his real, true role was actually to step up and become the leader when Unicorn Guy was not up to the task anymore. He wouldn't have said that point because that was his secret role.
Come to finish me off? And make it quick.
This fucker has... I don't know, he's going through the ringer. I was about to say he's been attacked by 2 friends so far, and probably about to be attacked by a 3rd. I mean, I don't even know if they're friends, they're probably just work colleagues at this point. But and then I remembered the Snake Woman didn't attack him, he attacked her, and she was defending herself. And she, you know, got him injured enough that the other guy thought that he could try and finish him off, but then he didn't.
Brought me here today. I wish to fulfill the role bestowed upon me.
Fuck.
That's all.
What is your secret role
This is
then?
our place to try to change the events of the future. That is not our mission. We're here to make sure that light lives on. With only 5 lights, we can't afford to lose any.
You still count me as one of the 5 lights?
Whoa. Didn't the Master say that there were 7? Oh wait, yeah, no. From their perspective, the Master disappeared and Lux disappeared. So they've been seeing themselves as the 5 lights since. I guess that makes sense. But to assume that the others are not out there somewhere, that's kind of a grim way to look at it. But I suppose the only thing they can have faith in is what they see, and they know that the 5 of them are still around, whereas they're not sure about the other 2. So I guess I understand it.
Of course.
Only you could be such a good guy after everything we've been through.
In that moment, he's being a good leader, though.
I guess that's one of the reasons I respect you so much. However, we still might only be 4. I'm talking about Gula. He's using the knowledge of something called the Lost Page.
Which he suspected already.
It contains events that are missing from all of our books. He's using it to discover and apprehend whoever is the traitor. Claims that's his role. But who knows what his real intentions are?
Lux. Lushu.
What I do know is that I'll never forgive him for hiding the fact that he knew someone would betray us. That's the biggest betrayal of all.
Exactly. The biggest betrayal of all.
I'd like to believe that Gula was simply carrying out his role. Aset, I'll deal with this matter. Please keep it to yourself for now.
Are you not going to heal your friend? He's clearly injured. Like, you handled that very well up until the point of, you know...
See that lost page.
Up until the point of, like, not getting your friend help. He's clearly injured. Very clearly.
Tell Ira. It had to be you, because you were the only one who knew where we were hiding. Didn't you think for a second that your actions could be making things worse than they already are?
And why should that even bother you? Not only do you have your union, but you've also gathered the finest Keyblade wielders from other unions, and you're training them in a secret location, aren't you?
Yes, because that is my role!
I had no idea. I apologize. I overstepped.
No. I shouldn't have snapped at you either.
The 2 best with the best communication.
What did Ira want?
But again, it's like, it's that whole, like, there's a traitor amongst us thing. And then, like, her role is being secretly train Keyblade wielders from all the unions to, secretly train Keyblade wielders from all the unions or whatever. And, like, you're bringing to a safe location, or a secret location to train them. And then literally, that would have had your one suspecting that the fox was the traitor because she was secretly training these people for some unknown reason. And then she's like, because that is my role. And she's like, oh, okay then. And she's like, technically speaking, pure technicality, none of these guys are actually traitors. They're all just following their roles. But all of their roles are basically backstab and betray each other until the point where none of you can trust each other whatsoever. He basically said, I'm going to guarantee that the war happens, because I'm going to make sure that the 7 lights don't trust each other as far as they can throw each other. Lust, greed, envy, sloth, wrath, and gluttony. There's the space to make it. There's space to make it easier. Okay. But he literally is making it that all of them...
He just asked me to give up Gula. His eyes... they were... scary.
I'm sorry, his eyes? None of you can see each other's eyes. You're all wearing masks. What do you mean his eyes were scary? I was worried he would do something awful. She's genuinely scared that Unicorn Guy was gonna hurt the leopard. I'm not bothering with their names anymore. I think the fox girl is called Ava.
I was worried he'd do something awful. I knew I couldn't tell him where Gula was. Then he turned around and walked away.
The final one is missing Master of Masters and is unnamed here. But based on the trend, it has to do with pride. That's right. And pride tends to be the leader as well. Like, not the leader, because, like, isn't Lucifer's in pride, and Lucifer's supposed to be, you know, the king of hell or whatever? So pride is usually the leader. Oof. So the Master Master's name would be Pride then. I suppose that can kind of make sense with what we've seen of Master Masters, that he's... Actually, I don't know if... Like, what we've seen of Master Masters, he's a bit mischievous. He's absolutely pitting these fuckers against each other. He's ensuring that the Keyblade War happens. Like, he's making sure that shit happens. I can definitely see his, like, whole shtick of, like, being able to see the future and therefore writing the Book of Prophecies or whatever, or, like, a copy of the Book of Prophecies makes him very arrogant, and that'd be making him very prideful. I can definitely see that.
I see. And Gula? How is he doing?
I don't know. He's gone.
So if these fuckers ever actually talked, they would have realized that their contradictory as fuck roles were...
Someone's coming! They're headed straight this way!
She lied for her friend, saying that she didn't know where he was. Because she doesn't understand why everybody's infighting. She's the sweetest one amongst them.
Ira? Is something wrong?
I know Gula's here.
What?
Tell me where he is.
But why? What are you going to do?
Oh my god, does he have a secret role as well? Oi.
Don't.
What?
I won't let you near him.
Yeah, she's genuinely scared he's gonna hurt him. Fuck off.
Alright. I'll go.
Okay then. And she's gonna run back to him, and that's gonna lead him to him.
Gula, what are you doing?
He's definitely dying, right?
Something happened?
Ira was here. He wanted me to give you up.
You basically led him to him. He's probably didn't...
We come to this.
Come to what?
Everyone wants to know about the lost page.
The lost page?
Yeah, she didn't even know.
It's a page the Master gave.
Literally, from her perspective, her friends just started infighting out of nowhere, or co-workers have started infighting out of nowhere. She's just seen them attacking and attacking and attacking each other, like physically fucking going for each other's throats. Then she tries to help this one who's on death's door or whatever, and it's like, oh, it's finally come to this. He wants to know about the lost page. And then she's like, oh, the lost page? She has no clue what's happening. Zero notion about what's actually going on. It's like, this poor girl.
It doesn't exist in any of our books. It contains a passage about an inevitable betrayal.
Which is technically you.
It talks about the one who bears the sigil. That's it. So, I don't know what to make of it, to be honest. My role is to find out who it is. I suspected Ased and went to confront him. And look what happened.
Why are you telling me this, Gula? I have enough to think about keeping with the Master's teachings and my role.
Always walking the straight and narrow. I'm a fool for basing my actions on what is written on that lost page. Everything in the passage is ambiguous at best.
If that's the case, why did you just go, fuck it, I can't figure this out. I know it's my role to figure it out, but clearly I'm not able to do it. So let's just tell the others, actually, guys, the role that Master gave me was this, is to do with this fucking page. It says, one who bears the sigil. I'd be fucked if I can figure it out. Have at it. Because fuck it, I don't know anymore. I tried, I can't, I just don't know what the fuck it means. Here's a puzzle, figure it out for yourselves. I don't know. Or at least give it to Era and just be like, here, I don't know. I don't know. I tried to figure it out on my own. It's not working. You're the leader. You fucking do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's ambiguous at best. It's like, then why? Why hide it? If it literally has nothing, if it's literally just nothing, what was there to hide? What was there to hide? The hiding was nothing. Literally, all of that was just to make you the traitor. It just turned you into the traitor because you kept a nothing sandwich as a secret. And it made you suspicious as fuck. And it made you act suspiciously. And like, it's as the bear dude said, he knew inevitably that this would happen. He stood back and watched as we attacked each other. That is the biggest betrayal. I can't forgive it. And it's like, there you go. True. They were told by the Master not to share their secret roles, and they all trusted the Master to not disobey until now. Literally, that is like, because like, again, I'm remembering Ava, or whatever her name is, the Fox girl, saying, maybe we should be thinking for ourselves. And it's like, I know, like, may your heart be your guiding key, but if anything, like, I know that there's like, oh, the Master said not to, but like, they've been co-workers for a while, or friends. Like, they could have become friends if they're not friends yet. They could have become friends. You know what I mean? They, like, if at some point when the Master disappeared, it came down to just them, or like, is this all happening just a year after he disappeared? Because he said 1 year after the Master disappeared. So like, literally, the Master's been gone a year and they're falling apart at the seams. That's all it took, a year. Like, I was gonna say, like, how long has it been? Like, have they been doing this for a couple of 100 years? Because like, I don't know any of these I don't know if any of these guys have like regular like lifespans, or if because they're Keyblade wielders they have long as fuck lifespans. I don't know, right? But like, literally, I think it said it's been a year since the Master disappeared. They're falling apart at the seams after a year. A single year. They didn't last 1 year, they didn't last 2 years, they didn't last 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. God no. God forbid. 1 single year they're falling apart at the seams. And it's because the Master literally, from the get-go, pitted them against each other. And this is, oh, by the way, shh, don't say anything, okay? And it's like, he built them to fall apart. He made them of paper, and then made sure they would inevitably fall into water.
That's why. I need to find out.
But how?
By asking the Master.
But he's not here anymore.
I'm going to summon Kingdom Hearts.
No! What?
Then he'll have no choice but to come back.
Summoning Kingdom Hearts is forbidden!
That's exactly why! The only way to get him back is to break the rules.
Hang the fuck on a minute. What? How is this the conclusion you come to? And again, this is making you the traitor. This is making you the traitor. You have been set up to become the traitor, and you don't think yourself as the traitor because you think you're following your role. It's fuck. But like, literally, he just said, Ava, you're always on the straight and narrow. So as far as he's concerned, she has a better moral compass than him, right? As far as he's concerned, she knows right from wrong better than him. And then he's like, we should summon Kingdom Hearts. And she's like, no! What the fuck is wrong with you? It's forbidden. And he's like, but we must do it. And it's like, you literally just said that her moral judgment is better than yours. Why are you not listening to her? You're literally going against your own word here. and not listening to her. You said you're always on the straight and narrow. Basically saying you have a moral compass. You know right and wrong really well. And then she literally already said no to this thing that you crazy fucking thing you said to do. And it's like why not listen to the friend that you literally just said has a good sense of morality or whatever, and then when they don't agree with the stupid fucking thing you said to do, then you should be like, oh, okay, like you said no, clearly it's the wrong thing to do, let's not do it. It's like you're contradicting yourself. Literally the master contradicting themselves.
If things don't change, the entire world is doomed. But in order to go through with it, I'll need Lux. I don't have nearly enough.
Light?
You always do the right thing. Help me with this.
You always do the right thing. Help me with this. She said no already, which should tell you you're in the wrong. You always do the right thing. No, I will not help you with this thing. It's like, oh, I must be in the wrong, so let's not do this thing. You must be joking me. The fuck? It's like you always do the right thing. Help me with this thing. And then she's like, no, what the fuck? She said that's forbidden already. Unless this speech changed her mind, I don't know yet. But like, fucking hell, you always do the right thing. It's like, she's already said no, my guy. What the fuck? You're going against your own word at this point. You always do the right thing. And then she said no because it's the wrong thing to do. And then you're not listening to her. Fuck you. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I know you want the Master to return. But you don't know how summoning Kingdom Hearts will affect the rest of the world. The Master, he forbid it for a reason.
So she's saying no.
I'm afraid I can't help you.
So please tell me, I know you're not going to because movie, but please tell me that you actually took your own words and were like, okay, well, she always does the right thing, and if she's saying no to this, it must be the wrong thing to do. Let's not do it. Like, he set up the war to happen, or did he? Dun dun dun. He's obviously set these fuckers up to just fall apart. It's like, fucking hell. You're an idiot, Leopard. You were set up to be the traitor. You're still acting like the traitor. You don't realize it. How have you not realized it? He said no, because it's the wrong thing to do. Don't do it. Idiots. Idiot 1 and Idiot 2.
May your heart be your guiding key.
See what I mean? Make communication be your fucking guiding key. Fuck your hearts. None of you know what you're doing. Make communication be your guiding key. Y'all need to talk.
World's on a mission to collect Lux.
Ah. That explains why Aced and Ira are as well.
Oh my god.
They're trying to maintain the balance.
They all just need to make a group chat.
This isn't the balance we were expected to keep. If everyone's collecting light solely for themselves, Keyblade wielders will soon turn against one another.
Which will lead to the war.
Lead to
the war?
The Keyblade War.
And what's written in the book, all of it will happen.
You're an idiot, Harry.
Light will expire.
Envy.
Literally, the two women get it. The two women have a single conversation where they're open and honest with each other, and they're immediately like, oh my god, the Keyblade War is going to happen. Because the three males are off doing stupid shit that they're not supposed to be doing.
What are you going to do?
I'll gather Lux too.
No!
No matter what, the balance must be kept.
Ah, fuck.
Ava, you do the same. We must delay the inevitable.
Right.
Oh my god. Okay, well. Inevitable Keyblade war is inevitable. God fucking damn it. You're an idiot, Harry. Nice to see you, Momo. Thank you for coming in. Oh, her little dandelions. Remember earlier she said dandelions? They rub their brain cells together. Oh, then we're getting her roll. I forgot we hadn't gotten her roll yet. Case of... Oh, okay.
What's written in the last page of the book is gonna happen. The entire world will be lost to darkness.
But Master, isn't there anything we can do?
Well, that's what brings me to your role. You might just be the only hope of keeping light from expiring.
Hope? Master, what is it that you need me to do? Oh,
Don't get involved in any battles. Forget the notion of unions. Find Keyblade wielders with potential and create an entirely separate organization. Then, like the seeds of a dandelion, let them fly to another world.
If you haven't noticed, they all have a case. It's their secret role to figure it out. That's the thing. I actually did cop it there at the end when it said the case of Ava. I was like, oh, that's your one's name. And then I was like, oh, all of them had a case of books. Oh, okay. Like, it must have, each one must like be talking about their individual lives. Like, that's a word, of course, yep.
We'll keep the light alive.
They will keep the light alive.
you really think that I'm the right person for this?
Ava, you're the only person for this.
I think out of all of these so far, this one he's actually being the most serious. You know what I mean? Like, with the rest of them, he was being a bit weird and a bit mischievous and a bit off-putting in some ways. But here, he's being very serious. He's being, you are the only hope. Or like, no, that was very Star Wars of me, sorry. But he was like, you can keep hope alive. Don't get involved in any fights. Just like, get Keyblade wielders and then send them out like dandelions. That will keep light alive. Because we know the likes of Riku and Zora are a thing. So it must have been from this. That like, she was like, Keyblade wielders, go out there and spread light or whatever the fuck. However that is done. So like basically bestowing Keyblades and bestowing Keyblades and bestowing Keyblades. Until eventually we get down to Riku and Zora, basically. Because like, we know that, like, the light always exists in children or whatever. So, like, clearly, it worked because we have Riku and Zora. So, this plan worked. So, if anything, all of this was just to set up Riku and Zora. And fuck it, Kairi as well, probably, actually. But you know what I mean? Like, so I think with the rest of them, he was giving them roles that would be like, yeah, you guys are inevitably going to go to each other's throats, and like he literally gave them conflicting roles in order to get them to fall apart, basically. But with her, so far, he's been very serious, and he's going, you are what will keep the light alive. So that's seemingly what it is so far. That he's deliberately setting it all up because he knows that the war is going to happen regardless. That he just needs to make sure that light managed to keep existing after the war, after darkness is won. And that's what Ava is. She is the one that will keep light alive. And all of her like Keyblade wielders or whatever will keep light alive. And we see that it works because we have Riku and Zora and Kairi and so on and so forth. So it works, unfortunately.
I understand.
All the fuckery, and it works. Okay, so he was very serious throughout the entire
you're here
thing.
To continue with your training for our mission.
Our mission.
This session may seem like it's familiar to you, but in a world that is different, one made of dreams, you are our hope. Oh, war will soon wage. Those who strive to protect the light will turn their weapons on their allies for the sake of loyalty to their own unions.
But it's already happened though.
To be honest, I don't know how far I can guide all of you. What you must remember is that anyone can lose themselves to the darkness. However, there will be no winners. Everything will be lost. Except all of you who are the seeds of hope. When the time comes, and there is war, you mustn't fight, but instead you must fly away from here to the world outside. This training is to help you fulfill this crucial task. The future is in all your hands, as is the world's light. May your hearts be your guiding key.
Which means some of them must have, because like here's the thing, some of them might have gone against this and chose to fight anyway, but some of them must have gone out and actually spread light or whatever. And then it says case of looks. But some of them must have done it because we know that it did work.
The gazing eye?
Oh, we're gonna get to see Lux's thing. Okay.
Oh, what then?
Actually, no name.
No name. Well,
Did we see Xehanort with that fucking keyblade?
that keyblade does have an eye in it. My eye, to be exact. Ew! Oh, you think that's gross, do ya?
See what I mean? He's being fucking weird.
Yeah, sure.
The only time he was serious was with
Anyway,
Ava.
that's your role. You need to pass down that keyblade to your apprentice and then him to his, so that my eye can see the future.
so the Book of Prophecies.
Bingo! The fact that it exists is proof of your success.
So
That means
Xehanort
you've
is
trained
an
a
apprentice
worthy
of this guy.
apprentice. Passed
apprentice
down
of an
that
apprentice of an
handsome
apprentice.
Keyblade. And fulfilled your role! Congratulations! What's the matter? Come on, you did a fantastic job! At least smile a little.
But I haven't done anything yet.
But you've already known that you succeeded.
Guess you better get started then. Unfortunately, you'll have to go alone from here on out. No Book of Prophecies to keep you company either. I can't have you causing any temporal paradoxes. But hey, we both know you'll do just fine without it.
So the one cunt who basically created the means for that fucking book to fucking exist is the one cunt who didn't get the book? Because if he knew the future, it would cause problems. Oh, I don't know, maybe the way it caused problems for the other group that did get a fucking book, and each of them like, oh, there must be a traitor because it's not in the book. If none of them had that fucking book, they wouldn't have fallen apart so spectacularly with fucking after a year of being on their own. For fuck's sake. That book fucked them all over. If they didn't have that book, they would have been fine. They would have had the master's teachings or whatever, and they would have been fine. But because they all knew inevitably there would be a war, and they're like, oh, but there must be a traitor, and that book fucked them all over. The one guy who actually, well, technically speaking, Ava technically succeeded, because we know we have Riku and Kairi and Zora and all them. So Ava succeeded. So the main guy who succeeded, the most successful of them that's succeeded the most successfully, was this Lux guy, and he's the cunt who didn't get the book. That book is a sabotage. Major fucking sabotage. Fucking play.
Do I really have to go alone? What about the others?
Minor details, so don't sweat it.
Literally.
For now, you, that Keyblade, and this box need to stay out of sight. Just watch with your own eyes, and my eye, of course, as things unfold between the others. Then, when the time is right,
As things unfold between the others, he knows damn well what he's doing. He basically just said to this guy, you're gonna watch as these fuckers fall apart, and you're not gonna do a damn thing about it. You just have to stand back and watch as they fall apart. But if they didn't have the book, who's to say fate wouldn't lead them down the same road? But we know for a fact the book absolutely had made a huge part in them falling apart. Like, who knows? Maybe, like, the thing is, like, even if without the book they would have fallen apart inevitably anyway, I think they would have lasted longer. You know what I mean? Like, they might have had a good 10 years, 20, 30, 40 years before falling apart. Do you know what I mean? That book made it that they fell apart a year later. You know what I mean? Like, they could have held on for like a good couple of decades. I bet they could have done that. I bet they had a couple of decades in them, and then something might have happened that would have made them fall apart. Even if like them falling apart was the inevitability, I think they would have lasted longer. But a year later, they fucking just fell apart, fell to pieces because of that fucking book. It just sped shit up.
Off and do your thing.
What's in it?
It's a secret. And, well, you see, the thing is, you can never, ever open it.
That's a temptation.
Wait, now I really want to know.
Exactly.
All right. I'll indulge you. But this secret stays between the two of us, and you have to promise never to open the box.
Okay, immediately is like, that's another sabotage then. He didn't give him a book, but he gave him a fucking box and then said never open it. That's a sabotage. He gave even the most successful fucker a sabotage. So the one he was the most serious with and tried the least the fuck over was Ava. Was him literally going, you are the hope that light will exist. Will keep existing after this. Although he gave her the sabotage as well with the book. Because they all got a book. Except for this guy who got a box instead. He put a sabotage into all of them, basically. It's just that Ava had, I guess, more of the picture than the rest of them. In the sense, like, her, like, what kept her, like, on the straight and narrow, as your man put it, was hope, basically. But that box is another fucking sabotage. I don't know how it's a sabotage, but it has to be. Everything else has been a sabotage. So, like, he literally went, here's a box, never fucking open it. What do you want to bet? He opens it and just fucking the world ends. What do you want to know? The fucking darkness in that box. And he got curious one day. He's like, I want to know what's in this box. Opens it. Keyblade War breaks out. It's like, oh, I guess I was supposed to open the box inevitably. Fuck.
I promise.
Oh, we don't know? We don't get the little hint? We don't even get the subtitles?
But why?
You'll see.
Fuck off. I don't like you, creepy man. You'll see. No. We won't see, actually. Or at least, not yet. Maybe it's in 3, I don't know. Fuck you. Wait, that's like a fucking... Do you see the animal on it? Do you know the way the rest of them had animals? This guy doesn't get a mask, but his thing has an animal on it. Pandora's box. But his Keyblade had an animal on it. What would you say that animal was? Was it like a chimera, maybe? A lion? It looked like it had horns, though. So that's why I'm thinking maybe a chimera. Because it looked very lion-like, just with horns. Fuck, what is that animal? It looked... Ugh. Also, of all the animals, why is your man a fictional, like, a unicorn, but the rest of them have, like, actual animals, like snake, bear, tiger, there was no tiger, leopard, and fox, and then unicorn, and that other, oh, goat. Yeah, okay, goat. So then all of them had actual animals, except Ira, who has a fucking unicorn. Is that not a bit off? Why do all of them have, like, real-world animals, except for one guy who had a fictional animal? Fictional animal. It's not like one of them was a fucking dragon, another one was a phoenix, and another one was a fictional animal bee. Literally, the only fictional animals I know are unicorn, dragon, And phoenixes. Those are the only ones I can name at the top of my head. Because like, it's not like the rest of them are a fictional animal. All of them are real animals. Why did one cunt have a fictional animal head? And that guy was made the fucking leader. And if the other guy is a goat, aren't goats usually the sacrifices? Because goats and sheep or lambs or whatever are sacrificial animals. They're usually used in sacrifices. If the other guy is a fucking... if his animal was supposed to be a goat. Also, do you think we're gonna see these characters again? These fox and snake and so on and so forth characters. We'll probably see them without the masks, so it'd be hard to like recognize them without their signature outfits or whatever. But I'm assuming that they're gonna come back eventually, maybe. Also, credits. So. The full story of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross explained. So is this what we're watching next? Deliberately set them up, honestly, because like, oh, pause. He deliberately set them up because like it's clear that he's very much of the opinion that the war was going to happen regardless, so he just set them up to be the thing that starts the war, basically. So I thought we were gonna watch the mobile game cutscenes, or like you sent me a link to a YouTube video, but it's the full story of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross explained. So is that what we're watching, or are we watching the... Hang on, wait, there's a video here by the same person that says the entire story of Union Cross, and then it's an hour long, whereas this one is 53 minutes. I heard you talking about seeing the characters without their masks. Did you notice their personalities? Yeah, that YouTube video I sent you, yeah. Unlocked characters. Ooh! Do I get to look at the characters? Hang on. It's pre-Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, okay. So it's the spoiler-free version, okay. Characters. Master of Masters. Mysterious man possesses the eye. No one knows whether his mysterious nature is calculated or true. Literally what I was thinking. I was like, is that mischievousness calculated or real? I was literally thinking that, so I do like the fact that this is immediately pointing out, is his mischievousness calculated or is it actually real? He disappeared after bestowing 5 of his 6 apprentices with a copy of the book. One of the masters did a copy of the book. He was reliable, Keyblade Master, leader of the Union Unicorns. Huh. That's... the master often makes fun of his serious nature. His role is to become the new leader after the okay. She holds the master in high esteem. Her role is to watch others with a fair eye. Okay, so that literally watch others with a fair eye. There isn't actually anything in there that says, hey, report them to each other. So that was her prerogative then. She was choosing to report back. Fearless, the leader of the Urbuses, he tends to rely on his physical prowess. He has a pure heart and a strong sense of justice. And you didn't make this guy the leader? I mean, you know, I get it. I understand. His role is to support their new leader. And you notice that it doesn't state, and his true role was to become the new leader when Irid was incompetent. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't state that. It says his role was to support their new leader. It doesn't include that. Your true role, actually, is this thing. Oh, my theory is that the Master of Masters gave himself to darkness and caused everything to happen. Oh, okay. The story wasn't finished until after Kingdom Hearts 3, so there's some things that would be spoiled otherwise. Okay. People have theorized that each of the masters is a reincarnation or past life of characters we know. Ace, the best one, uses earth and his brown clothing, plus is a physical dealer who is a bit lacking in smarts like Terra. Fair, not best. Okay, so the idea that they all died but reincarnated. Is reincarnation a thing in Kingdom Hearts? Because like it depends on the whole thing. Ava, she is often treated as a friend by other wielders due to her age. Her role is to find exceptional Keyblade wielders, regardless of union, and create her own organization. Literally, weren't they told not to do alliances and stuff? But wasn't there also something about do not make your own organizations? But then they're allowed to make unions? Again, contradicting information. Cool-headed leader, he prefers to keep his distance from the others and doesn't regard them as comrades. Yes, because he was told from the beginning there will never be a traitor, so of course he would never be able to be close with any of them. His role is to resolve the mysteries of the Book of Prophecy. His actual role was to be the traitor, and therefore he was distant from the others because he thought he was looking for the traitor, not realizing he was the traitor. He is bestowed a Keyblade and a black box before setting off on his journey. Oh, that's it. That's all we get on Lux. Did not receive a copy of the prophecies. Chastity, created by the Master to serve the Keyblade wielders, they originally exist as helpful spirits. If their wielders become lost to darkness, however, they turn black and become nightmares. Hang on, I just had a fucking notion. Riku is a spirit. Doesn't that mean that he has the potential to become a fucking nightmare? So if these bear fuckers, if these little Cherisi dudes have the potential to turn black and become nightmares, is that what happened to Riku? Like, I know, like, in game 1 he fell to the darkness or whatever, but like, like, this fucker has a time future ability, future seeing ability or whatever. So there's like time fuckery in this universe. I know that there is. So how do we know that, like, sure, Riku didn't become Zora's spirit until Dream Drop Distance, but how do we know that, like, because of timey-wimey bullshit, that doesn't mean that by the time of Kingdom Hearts 1, which is technically in the past at this point, that Riku wasn't affected by something happening to Zora, which turned him into a nightmare, which is why he fell into darkness in game 1. Hang the fuck on a minute. Can you imagine if that's the reason why Riku fucking fell to darkness in game 1, was because he was a spirit that turned to darkness because a wielder was lost to darkness? And that's the reason why Kingdom Hearts 1 Riku got fucked over? That's the reason why he wasn't the protagonist. A young and outgoing Keyblade wielder, he questions the way the world works and decides to solve its mysteries on his own. Dandelions. The Dandelions, Ava's special union for exceptional Keyblade wielders. So those are the fuckers who end up keeping the Keyblade and the light or whatever alive. Now we're going over here to watch something. There we go. Okay, there's the whole thing there. Wait, no. Okay, yeah, so this one says 7 years ago, okay? Let me go and start it. No, we're pressing play now. So your theory is Gilda is the traitor. Honestly, like, he was just following his role is the thing. All of them were just following their roles is the thing. So in my eyes, I don't really think I see any of them truly as a real traitor, because all of them just thought that they were doing what they were told to do. Because you know how the snake woman was suspecting Ava of being the traitor, because like, oh, you're secretly gathering Keyblade wielders from all of the groups and bringing them to a secret location for training. So it's clear from that the snake woman thought that Ava was the traitor because she was acting suspiciously. And in actuality, it's like, because that is my role. And then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. As like, all of them were just doing as told. So if anything, like, it's basically the master who kind of stabbed them in the back in a sense, because he basically set them up to fail. Which they did. So I don't know. I don't think there's a real traitor at all. They're all just trying to do their best with what they were given. And they were given sabotage. That's all I'm saying.
Union Cross is no exception. Plenty of Kingdom Hearts games have been re-released in an update. Kingdom Hearts Union Cross is no exception. Plenty of Kingdom Hearts. The stories of Kingdom Hearts games have never been the easiest to understand, and Kingdom Hearts Union Cross is no exception. Plenty of Kingdom Hearts games have been re-released in an updated version at some point, and I'm not even talking about ports to newer consoles, but this one absolutely takes the cake. For a start, Kingdom Hearts Key was initially released in 2013 and only playable on internet browsers. After 3 years of regular content and story updates, the game was finally shut down, its story having concluded, and players were encouraged to continue playing the recently released Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key on Android and iPhone devices. A game that is a port, remake, and sequel to Kingdom Hearts Key all at the same time. Quite an impressive feat. January 2017 saw the release of Kingdom Hearts Key Back Cover, a cinematic telling of the events of the story from a different perspective, offering up new insight into the tale.
Also, just to be clear, you can see, yeah, because I was just about to say, so like I deliberately like crop the video thing like this so you can see the person that we're watching. So it's like demo 279. Yeah, so like I always crop it like this. That way, even if cause like I never remember to shout out or whatever. So I deliberately make sure that the username can be seen. That way, people go, "Oh, what video is this?" And then they go, "Oh, it's this person here," and so, "Oh, it was 7 years ago." You know what I mean? Like, this is why I crop the like video thing like this, so that way you can see the username on your own. Because that way, because like I'm terrible at remembering to little things like this. That I'm just like, here, see it for yourselves and know that like you know for a fact this isn't mine. I'm watching it from this person here, okay?
And finally, in 2017...
This is just my way to, like, make sure that, like, if I'm watching something like this, that people get credited. You know what I mean? This way it's kind of an automatic thing that happens, that people get credited. Like, oh, it's this fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Kingdom Hearts Unchained was updated, renamed, and relaunched to Kingdom Hearts Union Cross to reflect...
They're a great channel for watching cutscenes and story related to the mobile games due to them being shut down. Due to the mobile games being shut down, yeah.
And likely to try invigorate interest into the title. So as you can see, to understand all of this story, you need to have played all 4 of its parts, and unfortunately, one of them is no longer directly accessible, and it was only ever viewable in Japanese anyway. That's where I come in. I would like as many people as possible to be caught up to the story of these titles before the release of Kingdom Hearts 3. From what we have seen from the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers, and the in-game story revelations in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, this collection of games will have a significant bearing on the events of Kingdom Hearts 3 and titles beyond. So let's try and make some sense of it. My name is Damien, and I will be covering the events of Kingdom Hearts Key, Back Cover, Unchained Key, and Union Cross in chronological order.
Okay, so no idea what this is, no idea what this is, no idea what this is. So these must be the mobile games, because like we're just after watching back cover, so that's what we're just after seeing. So this video basically explained to me, because like all of you watching probably have already seen Kingdom Hearts and know all these things already. So like for me, all the new things is the X, the Unchained, and the Reunion X cross, whereas we're literally after just watching back cover together. So all of these three are gonna be like new information to me, these three. I don't know if you can see my mouse moving back and forth. I'm assuming or hoping so, but yeah.
Let's begin.
I'm gonna try and not
Kingdom Hearts games.
I'm gonna try and not pause it so much, because like it's already been 2 hours, so I just kind of want to just watch this through and just leave it, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna be pausing it that much after this, right? Or at least I'm gonna try and hold myself to that and just watch it fully through and be like, okay, that was interesting. It's now 2 a.m. or whatever for me. I'm gonna go to bed now, guys, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So we're just gonna watch this through, and I'm not gonna interrupt it too much. Thank you. Just to let you know, okay?
Set in the realm of light. In this reality, every conceivable place you could exist resides on one relatively flat plane. You may be separated from a location by land, sea, or sky, but if you travel for long enough, you can theoretically reach anywhere you wish to go. Though there are such a vast, near infinite amount of locations that to reach them all in one lifetime would be impossible.
Yeah, pause for just 1 second. I just thought of something, because I can't see the chat, so I just thought of something. I can pop out the chat and then have the chat on the side here. That way I can see it, but you can't. Because I was just thinking, how am I supposed to see chat like this? But literally, that's my solution there. So now I can see chat. So now you guys can chat with me in chat. Thank you.
This is the realm of light. An everlasting expanse of various locations that are for the most part unaware of each other, known as worlds. However, there exists an equal and opposite to this realm, the realm of darkness. If the realm of light exists on one side of a theoretical enormous disk, then the realm of darkness is the other side. To travel between these realms is impossible through regular means, and between them exist more neutral sub-realms, such as the realm of in-between and the realm of sleep.
Twilight Town!
In all previously released
And sleep,
games,
yeah.
you traverse the realm of light visiting these various worlds, but to do so you require a special vessel to protect you. This is because a calamity has befallen the realm of light long before all of these games even took place. Most of the realm of light has been swallowed by darkness, with barely any fragments of light remaining. These remaining fragments are the worlds we visit in each of the games, surrounded by barriers that keep the darkness at bay, and it is the fragments of these barriers that Sora uses to construct a vessel to travel to other worlds. So why am I explaining this? Well, Kingdom Hearts Union Cross is a prequel to all of these games, allegedly set before the cataclysm that nearly doomed the Realm of Light. At this time, the Realm of Light is still the massive land I described earlier, a great expanse of nearly infinitely many worlds, too numerous to name or visit them all. These peaceful, light-filled worlds are watched over by one man known as the Master of Masters from his tower in a world called Daybreak Town. However, dark machinations seem to be brewing in the Realm of Light, and darkness is spreading within the worlds. Seemingly as a response to this new threat, regular people with a natural resistance to darkness are finding themselves granted with Keyblades, as if the worlds themselves are drafting people to defend them. The Master of Masters selects 6 apprentices and bequeaths them with a new name as well as their own unique Keyblades. The pupils assume that their selection is in service of saving the world from the impending darkness, but are surprised to learn that this is not the case. The Masters tell the apprentices that the world cannot be saved. Inevitably, there will be a great battle between every Keyblade wielder that will engulf the entire world in its grasp. Every wielder will perish, and there will be nothing left of the Realm of Light. But how does he know this? Well, here's the thing. The Master has the ability to see into the future. Using this knowledge, he has written a book of every event that will happen up to the Keyblade War, and distributes 1 copy of this book to 5 of his apprentices. These 5 will be known as the Foretellers, and become the leaders of 5 unions. As the chosen, ordinary citizens gain their new Keyblades, they align themselves with one of these 5 unions, under the instruction of their union leader. This is where our story, as the playable character of Kingdom Hearts Key, begins. But we have a few more things to cover first. So these new wielders are joining the different unions, and the Master of Masters reveals to his 6 apprentices that they have a secret role that the others are not to know about. First, a mysterious man known as Master Lushu. This young man will not get his own copy of the Book of Prophecies. He will instead take the Master of Masters' very own Keyblade and set off into the world, simply to watch everything that happens. This is because, and get this, the Master of Masters has implanted his own eye into the Keyblade and created some sort of temporal link with it, meaning wheresoever that Keyblade goes in its future, the Master of Masters can apparently look through it and see what is happening at that time from the present. The Master uses this foresight to write the Book of Prophecies, and therefore the fact that the book even exists means that Lushu is destined to complete his role. So off Lushu sets, taking with him the Master's Keyblade and a mysterious black box, destined to pass that Keyblade down to his eventual successors, and them to theirs, and them to theirs, until eventually the blade will find itself in the possession of Master Xehanort, and everything that happened up until that point will be known by the Master of Masters. Next to Ira, leader of the Unicornus Union. Ira is a studious young man, poring over his copy of the Book of Prophecies and very troubled by the final entry detailing the war. The Master presents Ira with his role. The Master will soon vanish, and when he does, it will be up to Ira to lead the other 4 foretellers in his stead. The Master insists here that the war cannot be stopped. They have to focus on what comes after. Though the Master does hint that if Ira wants to, he can try to prevent it. To support Ira, Master Aced is given his role. Though he clearly has aspirations to be the foreteller in charge himself, Aced is told that Ira will be the leader, and that he will be Ira's right-hand man. Although should Ira fail to live up to the mantle, it will be up to Aced to take the role from him. Master Envy of the Anguius Union is the next to receive her role. An interesting young woman, Envy is to watch over the other 5 with a fair eye and make sure everybody gets along. But she is also meant to speak her mind when she feels it's right. Master Ava of the Volpes Union is given a crucial role. She must ensure that when the war does come, there are people left behind, so that the world is not entirely lost to darkness. She is to find Keyblade wielders with potential and form an entirely separate organization. Then, when the war does come, they are to flee from the world, keeping the light alive. Among these chosen wielders, known as the Dandelions, Ava is to select 5 and make them the leaders of the new unions that will exist in this alternate world. The Master has written the names on a sheet of paper, and one of them will even receive their very own copy of the Book of Prophecies. The other new union leaders must not know about the book. It is to be a secret. And the young Master Gula, leader of the Leopardus Union, finally receives his role. He must take a secret page that was not included in any of the foretellers' books concerning the actions of a traitor among them. He is to use this secret page and observe his fellow foretellers and see who deviates from their role, and from that he can conclude who the traitor is. Gula cannot be sure that any of his comrades, even his supposed best allies, can be trusted. He can trust only himself. Finally, the Master crafts little allies for every Keyblade wielder. These little spirits will be the constant companions and go-betweens of the wielders and the foretellers. They will hand out the missions and hold onto the lucks gathered by the wielders. These Chirithes also act as a reflection of their wielder, and should their wielder fall to darkness, their link to Chirithe will become dark and turn into a nightmare. Though the foretellers and wielders may not know this, these Chirithes are Dream Eaters, the variety of companion/enemy found in the sleeping realm we ventured to in Dream Drop Distance. This should be a huge red flag for any viewers watching this that things aren't as they seem. With his 6 apprentices knowing and following their assigned roles, and new wielders joining the burgeoning unions every day, the Master of Masters, just like he said he would, disappears, and Lushu follows. Okay, with the introductions out of the way, it is time to introduce our playable character into the story. We begin having dived to our heart, as many Kingdom Hearts protagonists have before. We are asked to select one of the 5 unions before being overwhelmed. Protagonists have before. We are asked.
Sorry, I just wanted to take a look at this. So there's the fox. And I actually like this. This is really pretty. Do you see how pretty this is? Very pretty. And you can see the different colors as well. Because I saw people saying like there's a theory that like the different colors were elemental or whatever. What color? What is pink? Right, because if this is earth and this is like water/ice and this is probably fire, he was probably no. You were supposed to be electricity. You were supposed to be Earth, but your color is blue for some reason. What the fuck is pink? She has a lot of light. Do you see like the glow of light? You know what I mean? Lots of light here.
Asked to select one of the 5 unions.
Anyway, sorry, I just wanted to talk about that.
All of a sudden, a keyblade appears in our hand, the Starlight Keyblade, which banishes the darkness, and we awake in a town called Daybreak Town.
Starlight
Meet
Keyblade,
our
okay.
leader, who introduces us to our own little personal companion, a being known as a Chirithy, who will give us daily missions from the Union leader. We join a party of up to 30 wielders, and take down some small Heartless before teaming up with our new party to take down a larger Heartless boss. In this game, our character attacks by summoning the power of characters from the distant future, channeled through cards bearing their image, another power of the Book of Prophecies. We will go into this a lot more at a later point.
Okay, that's very interesting. I didn't see Riku.
Throughout the realm,
Just saying.
and it will be up to us to defend the various worlds from this threat. This threat is actually the Heartless. Again, another red flag. How are the Heartless supposed to exist in the distant past? Chronologically, the first time we saw Heartless in the Realm of Light was when Master Xehanort used them to draw out Ven's strength. Emblem Heartless weren't seen until Ansem's apprentices began artificially creating Heartless far after the events of Birth by Sleep. Anyway, we defeat Heartless throughout Daybreak Town, but apparently the Heartless have cropped up in different worlds as well. So we take up our Keyblade and use it to travel to lands far beyond our own. These worlds are the various Disney worlds such as Dwarf Woodlands, Wonderland, Agrabah, Olympus, and Beast Castle. In these worlds, we meet the local residents and assist them in their problems, which usually involves fighting some Heartless. In this game, as we defeat Heartless, we are able to obtain the light that the creature has trapped within itself. The bigger or more dangerous the enemy, the more light, or lux, it has trapped, and each wielder will take the light back to their union. There is a competition between each union to see who can collect the most lux, with wielders being rewarded for collecting the most in the form of rewards, which forms a cyclical relationship. Rewards make characters stronger, which makes them able to take down more dangerous enemies, which allows them to gather more light. I will be skipping the storylines of all the various Disney worlds here, as, unfortunately, the interactions between our wielder and these Disney characters has a little to no bearing on the larger plot. After several months of executing our missions in the various worlds, Chirithy offers us a reward, a bangle to make our cards even stronger. As we channel the borrowed powers of these people in the cards, this bangle will purify the sins of these characters and make our borrowed attacks significantly more powerful.
Purify the
Every
sins?
other Keyblade wielder take these items.
Again, I didn't see Riku.
All is not as it seems. The Chirithy that gave us this bangle was not our own. In fact, it was an imposter. It looks pretty normal right now, but for the sake of clarity, let's call it Dark Chirithy. Weeks pass by, and things are relatively normal.
Oh, they all have the same Keyblade.
Even meets a group of Keyblade wielders and forms a friendly rivalry with them, agreeing to join them on a Heartless hunt. Our Chirithy and their Chirithy discuss the situation. We don't yet realize the imminent danger that befalls us.
All the Chirithy look the exact same, though.
Ira addresses his fellow foretellers. He has discovered a Chirithy that appears darker than the usual ones, sniffing around the tower. He concludes that this is the Chirithy that was handing out the bangles to the players, and in fact, when wielders use these bangles, they are directly using the powers of darkness. Seeing as the bangles could not have been made by just anyone, Ira correctly guesses what Gula already knows. There is a traitor amongst the foretellers' midst.
Oh.
And the foretellers react exactly as they were instructed to. Ased, seeing a moment of weakness from Ira, makes a power play, casting doubt in Ira's leadership among the other foretellers.
I completely forgot about the bangles.
By calling Ased off,
I completely forgot about them.
Ira's claim. Gula is cautious, always watching for any signs of the traitor to reveal themselves, and when Ased storms out, Gula follows, potentially already suspecting Ased. Ava hopes the situation can be resolved, before also making her leave.
Hang on, sorry, I missed that bit. What did she say?
Now alone. They speak less of leading a traitor to reveal themselves, and when Ased storms out, Gula follows, potentially already suspecting Ased. Ava hopes the situation can be resolved, before also making her leave. With Envy and Ira now alone, they speak less formally. Envy is worried, as making an accusation like this is very out of character for Ira, but there is still worse news to come. Ira has been pondering through the book again, as always, and
the thing is, Ira... the thing with Ira though is that, like, he was given the thing to be a lead. He was told to be a leader, but he was also told that, like, there's nothing we can do about the war. It'll happen inevitably, but you're allowed to do something about it if you feel like it. Like, you're allowed to try and do something if you feel like it. Ultimately, everything that happened to all of these guys, like these guys here, it was ultimately a choice. They all chose to do what they did. Because the thing is, like, your man gave them their roles, but he also said things like, "Oh, be the observer, but do speak up if you think that something needs to be said or whatever." Like, he was giving them, like, room to basically, like, because, like, he could have just said, "Just observe, do nothing else." You know what I mean? But he said, "Hey, like, speak up if you feel like it." And he said the same to your man as well, where he was like, "The war is inevitably is going to happen anyway. The only thing we can focus on is what comes after the war. Make sure that there's something left after the war." But he did say, "But if you want to try and prevent the war, sure, knock yourself out." You know what I mean? Like, he did ultimately go, like, here's a choice. Choose. You know what I mean? Choose what you do with this knowledge and this information. Sorry, I'm trying to get the chat box back up. I guess you can hear their hearts were their guiding key. And the GPS got them lost. Basically. But that is the thing. I completely forgot about the bangles. The whole, like, that was the whole problem with it in the first place. And the dark cheeracy. I completely forgot about all of that. So I don't actually know who any of that was. Maybe it was Lux, even. That's the thing. We know that there was something in that box. So maybe that's what was in the box. A dark cheeracy. And he was supposed to open it. And then the dark cheeracy went and started doing what it did. And then these five were like, "Oh, it must have been one of us." That could definitely be a case. Because I was like, that box was a sabotage. I literally said it. It's a sabotage. So, like, inevitably, your man got curious, opened the box. It was that dark cheeracy. He went off and started fucking things up. And then these guys were like, "Oh, there's a dark cheeracy. One of us must have done it." Which led to everything else happening. Because it was all a sabotage. All of it was a sabotage. And literally, the only thing that the Master cared about was to ensure that there was something left for after the war. That there would be light for after the war. That's the reason why he told Ava to make dandelions or whatever. And that's the reason why, amongst all of them, when he was giving them their tasks, he was the most serious with Ava. Whereas with the rest of them, he was being fucking weird. Because again, the thing said, mischievousness, we don't know if this mischievous nature is calculated or true, or false, or whatever it said. I'm forgetting already. Memory of a goldfish. But literally, that is what it said. Like, is his mischievousness calculated, or what? Or is it fake? So he was the most serious with Ava. All he gave a fuck about was making sure that there was something after the war, and he did succeed in that with Ava. Whereas the rest was just a constant sabotage to make sure that these fuckers fuck up, which inevitably leads to that inevitable war, because it was inevitable.
That this revolution about the traitor is nowhere to be found within the Book of Prophecies.
So again, my answer is probably still the same. None of them were a traitor.
To explain this,
technically,
Ira is remarkably perceptive here, calling both that there is a traitor and that there is a missing page. Potentially two, both nowhere to be found within the Book of Prophecies. He surmises that the foreteller's copy of the book must have a missing page to explain this. Ira is remarkably perceptive here, calling both that there is a traitor and that there is a missing page. Potentially too perceptive? After we hunt down our harvests, we return to our new rivals.
And the thing is, like, if Ira has a secret role, we didn't see that part. We were just told he's the leader. We weren't told anything else. So he could have had a secret role too. He might have been told, "Hey,
it seems that when they're bonded,
cast out."
They too cease to exist. Our union leader watches as it fades away into nothingness, and remarks that as quickly as we are gathering light, it seems the darkness is spreading even faster. Our Chirithy asks if that is proof that there really is a traitor, but our union leader is not convinced just yet. One night, we dream of the foreteller's chamber in the clock tower, observing the Master of Masters address his 5 pupils, but are quickly surrounded by darkness and awoken before we can see too much. Our Chirithy reassures us and sends us back to bed. Outside the window, however, the dark Chirithy looks in, wondering why our Chirithy showed us that dream. Ours wants to do the exact opposite of the dark one, making them enemies.
Hang on.
A little while later, we are completing our latest mission to track down some strong Heartless. As we hunt, we run into a fellow wielder needing to rest after taking down a dark side. We help him to his feet and introduce ourselves. His name is Ephema, and no matter which union we belong to, he will belong to a different one. He isn't working on the mission from his...
Hey, look, it's our friend.
He is trying to investigate the secrets of the worlds we visit. He has somehow discovered that the worlds we venture to aren't actually real at all, but instead are holograms conjured up by the Book of Prophecies. And he wants to know why. Ephema's mention of the foretellers reminds us of the dream we had the other night, and we tell him that we saw the foretellers in a sanctum in our dream. The two of us are now keen to investigate, and head off to the clock tower. Dark Chirithy appears to taunt our Chirithy, wondering if it will allow us to discover the truth. We search around the base of the tower, but are unable to find a way in on the surface. However, exploring through the underground waterways leads us to a secret passageway into the tower. We are about to head in, but Ephema stops us. He reasons that it took all this time for us to find the entrance today. If we stay and explore now, someone will surely notice that we are gone. We promise to meet at the fountain tomorrow at noon and begin our search properly. Around the time we were meeting Ephema, the foretellers were having a meeting of their own. Master Aset has invited Gula, Ava, and Invi to propose forming an alliance among their unions, to pull together their light and withstand the growing darkness. He doesn't believe that any of the five are traitors, but seeing as Ira is too preoccupied with trying to find one, there will be no convincing him. Gula is on board, but as the Master forbade the forming of alliances, Ava finds herself unable to join. Invi walks in and is immediately suspicious of what is transpiring, throwing around accusations of Aset being a traitor. Aset fires back, accusing Invi of being tainted by darkness due to her spying and reporting back to Ira. Later that day at the fountain, Ava is musing about the events that have transpired when Ephema walks by, on his way home after exploring with us. He tries to cheer her up, and jokingly tries to get her to share some of her foreteller secrets. Ephema once asked Ava why the unions are forced to compete over the light instead of working together, and Ava admits that she has recently been asking herself the same thing. Ephema tells Ava that he met a friend today from another union, us, and that we are meeting again tomorrow. Ava seems very happy about this news, telling Ephema to go home and get some sleep. If the worst happens, she will be happy to leave the world in the hands of those that would work in harmony with others. Invi reports back to Ira, telling the leader of Aset's plot to form an alliance. Ira concludes that he must be the traitor, but Invi now doubts it. She sees that Aset is only gathering force as a means to oppose the darkness, despite it going against the Master's teachings. However, seeing as Aset is suspicious of the meetings between Invi and Ira, Invi says she will make them less frequent. Ira wants to talk Aset and Gula out of the alliance himself, but Invi tells him she will do it. So Ira continues to sit up in the tower, alone, poring over the Book of Prophecies as always. The foretellers are in a bad state. Tensions are beginning to rise between them, and this suspicion of a traitor means that no one can truly trust each other. The darkness is growing strength every day, and they are forbidden to join forces to do anything about it. The only option the foretellers have is to gather light to make them and their union stronger. And they are forcing themselves into a stalemate, because that is what all the other unions are doing. And they can't fall behind, because if there is a traitor, then that traitor will definitely keep going and gathering lux. And should the traitor be the only one left gathering light and all the other non-traitors stop, then the traitor will control all the light, potentially being able to summon Kingdom Hearts. Anyway, back to our character. We excitedly head to bed in anticipation for tomorrow's meeting with Ephema. However, that snake in the grass heads out in the dead of night without us, only to be stopped by someone, probably Master Ava. Ava was impressed with Ephema, and she invites him to lead the group of wielders that will escape this world into an alternate reality when the war begins. A reality very much like this one, however everyone that arrives here will be made to forget all about the strife between the foretellers. Ephema accepts, and is not physically seen again for a long time.
So he just fucking goes missing.
From Ephema to arrive, though he never does. We are very upset, and our Chirithy attempts to comfort us. As we lift our little friend into the air, we get the initial reveal that this creature is emblazoned with the symbol of a spirit dream eater from Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. And as a reminder, these are benevolent creatures that protect sleeping people by consuming nightmares.
Fucking wait a minute. Hang the fuck on a minute. Let me actually see the spirit thing.
That protect...
Yeah, see? There it is. There's this little spirit symbol. Yeah, so I was right about them being spirits from Dream Drop Distance then.
Sleeping people by consuming nightmares. As we sleep that night, Ephema visits us in our dreams.
Hang on.
Dream Drop Distance. And as a reminder, these are benevolent creatures that protect sleeping people by consuming nightmares. As we sleep that night, Ephema visits us in our dreams. He takes us back to the tower's secret entrance, but realizes that we aren't ready to follow him just yet, vanishing in a cloud of dandelions. We bolt awake and take this dream as a sign to look for Ephema. We return to the waterways, only to find Master Ava blocking our way. We tell her that we are trying to find Ephema as we think he tried to contact us in a dream. Ava hints that we are not too far off from the truth, and decides to test our strength. After one of the
That's right, she was...
the game, at the time.
That's right, her whole shtick was exceptional Keyblade wielders. That's the reason why she talked to your man. He was an exceptional Keyblade wielder. So now that he reached out to play our character, now she's reaching out to us because exceptional Keyblade wielder. Okay, got it.
Pass her test. She is impressed by our strength, but sees sadness in our heart, hoping that we can find a way to let it go. She sends us home.
Our friend is missing. Of course we're sad.
That night, as we sleep, Master Ava appears in our room. She realizes if Ephema can reach us in our dreams, then he must have found a way to communicate from the unchained realm he is in. Apparently we are getting close to that realm as well. We spend the next few months performing missions in the worlds we are familiar with. It is worth pointing out that all of the worlds we visit, except for Olympus Coliseum, is the homeworld of a Princess of Heart.
Wait.
Rivalry with another wielder who is kind of a jerk, but then turns out to be not so bad. But during this time, nothing of much interest happened.
Did these fuckers become spirits?
Forging the alliance, Envy has convinced Gula to call it quits. Not only has nothing suspicious happened recently, but there has been no headway into finding the identity of the traitor, nor has Aced gained the support of the other three. Aced vows that Envy will pay for this.
Envy, you will regret this.
As a reward for all our hard work lately, our Chirithy gives us a bangle of light. This trinket offers us protection in the corridors of darkness, and we traverse these to take down a strong and exhausting dark side. When we return to Daybreak Town out of breath, our Chirithy acknowledges that this is tough work, but if we don't gather light, then the other unions will get ahead. A new character emerges from a similar portal and asks why that matters, as the goal to protect the light should be one that all unions share, not a competition. Her name is Skuld, and she is the leader of a party that Ephema once belonged to before he disappeared. Ephema reached out to her in a dream and told her to find us and warn us. The world is about to end. The two young wielders decide to head back to the tower, the last place they saw Ephema.
Do all these dandelion people...
Large, booming...
Did they become spirits?
Master Aced has challenged Envy, and the two trade ferocious blows across Daybreak Town.
Because Riku is a spirit and he's exceptional, isn't he? Oh god. But that also means that they had the potential to become darkness. Or nightmares as well.
Gula watches intently, and when he sees Master Ava arrive, he feigns that he too has only just arrived. Envy publicly accuses Aced of being the traitor, and Envy, Gula, and Ava raise their blades in unison against their comrade. But Aced is not done just yet. In this time, Skuld and our character have been rushing to the tower.
Oh
As we
god.
sprint across town, we are ambushed by three grotesque creatures that cry out for Lux. We fend them off and give chase, but are interrupted by the Dark Chirithy. Now completely purple and with glowing red eyes, Dark Chirithy taunts us, and teases that if it took everyone's Lux away, then there wouldn't be any need to fight over it anymore. Those Darklings that we just fought used to be wielders, but they took absolutely any actions necessary to gain Lux, and in that pursuit of power, became corrupted by darkness. Our Chirithy demands to know which wielder the Dark Chirithy is bonded to. Dark Chirithy only says that they are closer than we think, and vanishes. Frazzled, we continue racing to the waterway. In the meantime,
Oh god.
the town has been completely rocked by the battle between the foretellers. Gula looks completely fine though. He probably strategically avoided the fight as to observe the others. Gula finds Aced, who is clearly exhausted and wounded from battle, and had taken refuge inside the house where he had held the earlier meeting. Gula arrogantly approaches the weakened Aced, and reveals that there is a lost page to the Book of Prophecies that he is in possession of, which instructs him to find and eliminate the traitor. Aced's anger fuels him to his feet, and Gula is quickly overwhelmed and knocked out. Ava rushes in and uses her body to shield the fallen wielder, prompting Aced to show mercy and limp away. Ava decides to take Gula into hiding for his own protection. Injured and exhausted, Aced slumps through the streets of Daybreak Town, nearly collapsing as Ira finds him.
Daybreak.
Ira has come to finish him off. Aced only asks that he make it quick. But Ira has not come to fight. The world cannot afford to lose one of the 5 lights. Ira does not believe Aced is the traitor, but Aced is starting to think that Gula might be. He tells Ira about Gula's lost page, validating Ira's suspicion that such a page exists.
It's probably Ira.
Determined to see that lost page.
He was acting off as well.
Player and Skald have fought their way through the passage.
And his helmet has red eyes as well. His unicorn thing has red eyes.
Chamber, though it is completely empty. Chirithy urges them to leave, but it's too late. Someone has found them. It is the leader of the Players' Union, in my case, Master Gula. The leaders claim that they caught Ephema sneaking around here, and that even though Ephema pretended to be our friend, he was only doing so to steal our lux. So our leader killed him.
Bullshit.
He tries to take the blame for our intrusion, and tries to get us out of there, but we step forward. And after being silent nearly the whole game so far, we speak. We have served the Foretellers unquestioningly up to this point, defeating countless Heartless and working so hard for our union. But for the first time when we met Ephema, we found that we had made a true friend. But our leader took him away from us. We are hurt, we are sad, we are angry. We don't even care if that means we have fallen to darkness, but we will not just accept his death. Our leader took our friend from us, and now they will face our wrath. We are going to fight our own leader. We throw everything we have into this battle, and seem to really do some damage. However, none of this was as it seemed. We were not fighting our leader, we were not even in the Foreteller's chamber. This was all a test set up by Master Ava to test curious wielders to see if they have what it takes to join the Dandelions. And we passed. Ephema is actually
We passed?
waiting in the alternate reality to our own.
Hang on. Being willing to fight the leader of your union is the test, because you murdered my friend, you asshole. I will kill you for this. You passed the test. Oh my god, okay. Okay, I'm so confused.
When the war dawns, we have the opportunity to join him. Skald accepts, but we request some time to think about it. After all, we would not feel right simply abandoning all the others who will not be chosen. But we do not have long to think about it. Ephema sent his warning that the war is nearly here, and seeing as the Foretellers are clashing publicly now, he is probably right. Master Ava has been hiding the injured Gula from Aced and Ira. Envy doesn't trust Ava, and betrays her by telling Ira where Gula is hiding. Ira is on his way to Gula right now, but Ava steps up and...
You see the way his unicorn thing has red eyes?
And Gula spills the beans about the lost page.
Maybe that's a sign.
Apparently says that there will be an inevitable betrayal by the one who bears the sigil. But which sigil? The Recusant sigil? The sigil that became incorporated into the names of Organization 13? Another of the many sigils that have appeared in the series? Gula does not know who the traitor is, but suspected Aced, which is why Gula finally decided to confront him. However, he has failed, and is no closer to finding out who the traitor is. Out of desperation, Gula plans to force the Master of Masters to return to set everything right, and the only
I swear to fuck if it's Ava. I like her too much.
If the Union gathers enough light, he can pull this impossible feat off, and then the Master will have to return. He wants Ava to help, but summoning Kingdom Hearts was strictly...
They're all the traitor. That's the answer. All of them are the traitor.
Gula understands, and limps away. Ava tells Envy about Gula's scheme. Envy now realizes why Ira and Aced have been so frantic about gathering Lux themselves. The only way they can be sure the traitor doesn't summon Kingdom Hearts is to gather enough Lux themselves and maintain the balance of light between the unions. Envy and Ava now realize that they also have no choice but to gather Lux at the same frantic pace, even if this only delays the inevitable. The once friendly competition for Lux is now completely devolved into a bitter and jealous struggle between the wielders, with some wielders allegedly stealing Lux from other unions. The Keyblade War draws closer by the day. Ava begins training the Dandelions, saying that they will be headed to a world that looks just like their own, only it is made of dreams. They will need to use this skill of entering the dream world when the war does arrive.
They are, they're spirits.
Even though the world is lost, they will survive.
May your hearts be your guiding key.
But then some of them must have become nightmares.
See two wielders at each other's throats, accusations of theft and treachery, before eventually a fight breaks out, which...
Or did the Cherokee become nightmares?
Pleads with the combatants.
And all the
for the heartless,
dandelions became spirits.
But the fighters callously remark that any thief of Lux deserves to have a Keyblade used against them. Master Aced agrees.
Oh god.
Feels that in the Great War, the union with the strongest wielders will prevail, not the one that gathers the most light. And Master Ava obviously feels the same way. After all, she is cherry-picking wielders from every union, weakening the others while strengthening her own. He has misinterpreted Ava carrying out her role as her preparing for war, and he intends to do the same. Aced belittles Skald for her affiliation with the Dandelions, but we step up in response, as we do not yet belong to them. Master Aced wants to make an example of us, and asks us to raise our blade. After making a mockery of us and claiming we fail as a Keyblade wielder, Ira appears and calls him off, bewildered that Aced would raise his blade against a pupil. Aced claims to have only tested our strength, as he wants to recruit strong wielders as well. While the other four become so preoccupied with gathering Lux, he will raise the strongest army, and through strength banish the other four leaders, and unite all wielders under his...
God fucking damn it.
Ira warns Aced not to overestimate himself. Aced may be strong, but he's not that strong. As Aced and the other onlookers depart, Skald asks Ira why is he agreeing to the final battle. After all, if they know there will be no winner, then why march towards their death? Ira simply answers, if all five do not fight, then someone will win. And that victor will summon Kingdom Hearts, which will have untold consequences upon the world. The fated battle is now mere days away. We pass out from exhaustion, and Skald and Chirithy take us home. We dream of the fated land, a great battlefield littered with the keyblades of fallen wielders, and we are watched by many people covered in shadows. Skald and Chirithy discuss as we sleep. There have been many fights like the one we saw happening today all over Daybreak Town. The masters have completely fallen apart, their personalities totally changed. Skald has been trying to convince more wielders to join the Dandelions and save themselves from the final battle. Unfortunately, in the last couple of days, Master Ava has disappeared, and without their recruiter's presence, some Dandelions are actually going back to fight for their unions in the war.
I fucking knew it.
Master Gula might know where Ava is. After all, the two of them are good friends. We decide that tomorrow we will search for Master Gula. Hopefully he can at least tell us where Ava is. I think now would be the best time to introduce you to the character Strelitzia. This fellow wielder started her journey around the same time we did, 2 years before the war. She, like all the other thousands of wielders, followed the orders of their leaders, carrying out her missions and collecting Lux in various worlds. She never really had any friends to talk to, but one day she learned of us. She observed us by the fountain on the day we were supposed to see Ephema. At the end of the day, she returned to find us still there, hugging our Chirithy with tears in her eyes, and from that day onward, she seemed to notice us everywhere. She always wanted to work up the courage to talk to us, but could never quite muster it. Strelitzia also became a Dandelion, and one day, she received a visit from Master Ava. Ava had selected her to lead one of the 5 new unions in the New World. In her bed that night, Strelitzia can hardly believe that this is real. She reads through a special green notebook, learning of her new role and responsibilities in the New World, but she is very worried for all those who will be left behind. Suddenly she realizes, we are not a Dandelion. We will be left and forced to fight. She wants to run out and find us now to convince us to join the Dandelions, but as it is too late at night, she resolves to wait until the morning and wait for us at the fountain, where we can often be found. The next morning, our character and Skald are able to find Gula within an empty house in the district of Daybreak Town. Perhaps he is still wounded from his battle with Aced and in hiding from Ira. Gula asks if we are part of Ava's Dandelions, searching for our missing master. If we find her, will we implore her to do something about the inevitable crisis? Unfortunately, not even Ava can stop what is fated to happen now, but there is someone who could. Gula still hopes that if the Master of Masters were to return, perhaps he could set things right. But even though Gula and Ava have searched relentlessly, they have found no trace.
No. He's tricking us into doing the Keyblade thing. The Keyblade, Kingdom Key.
Searching for Lushu, and it is at this moment
Kingdom Hearts.
finally found him, dutifully performing his role on a hilltop overlooking Daybreak Town, and as always, watching. Lushu tells Ava that he was not given a book of prophecies. Instead, his mission is to survive to the time that the book describes. He will witness the Keyblade War, and then set off toward the unknown future with Keyblade in hand. He speaks vaguely about the lost page, about the future that has already been foretold, but that the foretellers do not know about, and about the Master of Masters' true intentions. Ava asks if all of this, the breakdown of the 5, the fights over Lux, the Great War, and even the end of the world, were all what the Master wanted to happen. Lushu says that the Master does not care about the fate of the world, only what comes after. Lushu seems to have knowledge of the lost page, and everything he does is in accordance with it, which is strange because as far as we know, Gula is the only one with a copy, and he can't seem to make any sense of it. Ava flat out asks, Lushu, have you been behind all of this? Are you the traitor? Lushu does not respond with words, but does summon his Keyblade. Back in the abandoned house, Gula reads from the lost page. And though I am extremely grateful to have these unofficial translations provided by Kingdom Hearts Insider or Everglow, I would love nothing more than to see these scenes in their official translated form. Master Gula reads, unable to permit disharmony, you will be disappointed by fate and lose sight of true strength. Misreading the truth, you will venture forth in secrecy. Back to the hill. Gula has also told Ava something from the lost page. Whether he told her the same text that Gula just told us, who can say? I get the feeling that he told her something else though, as Ava seemingly cannot believe her ears, unable to accept that this is not only the truth, but also how the Master planned it. Lushu claims that this is the truth about the traitor. Whatever Lushu told her seems to have cemented within Ava's mind that this battle is 100% unavoidable. In her disbelief, Ava assumes that Lushu must simply be twisting the Master's wishes for his own goals, drawing her Keyblade. Skuld is having a hard time processing the passage as well, when Gula reveals to her that there is more. And then, with one final strike, a bell will toll for the final battle, and the battle shall begin at last, and the time shall be chosen. Chirithy thinks that there is no way Gula should be telling them something this important, and Gula agrees. However, as the battle is now so close and utterly unavoidable, he hardly thinks it matters.
All of them, the traitor, all of them.
Lushu, their Keyblades colliding and sending a ripple throughout all of Daybreak Town, ringing the large bell atop the clock tower and letting everybody know. The war has truly begun. The wielders will now assemble amongst their unions, ready to head to that fated place. Outside of the house, Skuld and the player talk. We have still not made up our mind to join the Dandelions, but Skuld does not want us to fight. She will return to the Dandelions, hoping that we make the right choice. We talk to our Chirithy. If we die, so will our little friend, but it isn't worried about itself. It is truly worried about us, and it does not want us to fight. It seems like we are about to finally make the decision to join the Dandelions when we are interrupted by a voice, taunting us for running away from the battle and abandoning those who will stay behind. It is none other than the Purple Nightmare, Dark Chirithy. It confirms to the player that it was the one who handed out the bangles on behalf of the Master of Masters, making all the wielders capture and use the power of darkness without even realizing it. And to top it all off, Dark Chirithy claims to be ours. We are its wielder, and the darkness it's feeding off is ours. It has not been following us around like our Spirit Chirithy. It has been off following its own plans, stealing Lux and corrupting other wielders into the grotesque Darklings that we saw before. Speaking of which, 3 Darklings attack us, and Chirithy finishes by saying that if we won't join the final battle, then it will show us a dream. Our Chirithy wants to know what the point of attacking its own player is, but Dark Chirithy says that as a nightmare, it has the power to show bad dreams. It can sever the bonds between player and Dream Eater, and live free. We defeat the Darklings, but Dark Chirithy hops down and absorbs them into itself, forming a large boss monster emblazoned with a nightmare symbol. Defeating this large abomination of a creature as well, Dark Chirithy seems almost happy, and says that now that we have severed the bond, it can roam and be free. It looks forward to seeing us in another dream. Strelitzia's Chirithy runs up to her and says that it has spotted us, presumably when we were outside of the house talking with Skuld, and she takes off at full speed. She enters the building that we just came out of and walks inside the dark room. It appears to be empty though, and she turns around to leave. Suddenly, from the shadows, a figure appears and strikes, fatally wounding the young wielder and taking her rulebook.
Her book? No. How much?
Last moments. Strelitzia wishes that she'd have had the courage to talk to us and doesn't quite make it outside before her heart floats up into the sky and her body vanishes.
She became a Heartless, or no, she's a Dandelion.
Has begun. The 5 unions and their leaders assemble, charging forward into battle. In a surprisingly moving scene, Keyblade wielders take up arms against one another, and the hearts of the victims begin to float up into the sky. Resolving to not give up just yet, we are approached by one of the union leaders. Our character will battle 4 union leaders, all except their own, but I will show the footage from all 5 battles. First is Aced. Challenging us and praising us for not backing down, he finds us worthy this time, seeing us as a major threat and striking us while our guard is down. The only thing saving us is the arrival of Ira, who locks blades with Aced before the 2 of them fly off into the battlefield. Next is Master Envy, who apologizes that we had to be a part of this war before again attacking. Perhaps her heart is simply not in this fight, or perhaps we really are that strong, but we are able to hold her off, though it absolutely exhausts us. Envy withdraws her Keyblade, wishing us a long and happy life before walking away. Hearts fly right past us as we reach out in sorrow, but there is no time to mourn. Master Gula approaches. Despite our severely weakened state, and despite the fact that he just shared the secrets of the book with us, he attacks us as well. Again,
God, this is so sad. What the hell?
Actually have to put in effort to defeat us? He would rather not. He takes off into the sky, saying, "Perhaps we will meet again." We collapse on the ground, and Keyblades rain from the sky. Master Ira approaches. After another grueling battle, Ira pauses to recognize our potential, noting how much of a waste it will be to lose a wielder like this in this pointless war. Lining up to finish us off, he is instead interrupted by a Sed who looks to finish the battle once and for all. Claiming that he will rebuild this world as its new king, Sed and Ira take off into the air to continue their clash. And should the player not be in the Vulpes Union, they will come across Ava as the final battle. We tell her that we looked everywhere for her, and hope that she can still end the fighting, but to our dismay, Master Ava raises her blade against us, telling us to raise ours. Whatever Luciu said to her, it clearly robbed Ava of the hopeful nature that she once held, and after the battle she walks away from us, hoping that we will get far, far away and join the Dandelions before it is too late. After the 4 battles, we collapse.
Join the Dandelions before it's too late. How?
And it seems that at last the fighting has ceased.
How does she join the... How do you join the Dandelions?
War among a graveyard of lifeless keys. All hope for us seems lost. But a beam of light rains down, and who should step through but Skald and Ephema. With tears welling up, we reach out to him. The boy who had broken his promise, but it made it back to us in the end. He reaches out his hand, and we slowly reach up and take it. Master Luciu, as always, watches from afar. The sky is a swirling black tundra, but from within that darkness the clouds part, and the light of the one true Kingdom Hearts shines down on...
Wait, so did we become a Dandelion in the end?
...by all of the Keyblade wielders rises up into the air, absorbed by Kingdom Hearts, and right behind the light are the hearts of all the wielders. Luciu can see all of this, and of course, so can the Master of Masters, through the eye embedded in his Keyblade. Despite this being the end of Kingdom Hearts Key, the mobile game Unchained Key continues the story. There is a credit sequence to Kingdom Hearts Key, and an epilogue, but we are not ready to learn about that just yet. After taking our dying character and placing us within the alternate reality where the Dandelions reside at the end of the war, Ephema does as he was instructed, and returns to the location of the battle, in the real world. This is where the 5 new Union leaders are to meet, and begin their reign over the Dandelions. The first to arrive is Ephema, but he is soon joined by Skald. Ephema is surprised to see that she is the second leader, but Skald isn't too surprised to see him. Soon after, number 3 arrives. It is none other than the playable character of Birth by Sleep, Ventus. He claims to have always been on his own, never ranked too highly, and doesn't have that many friends. While the 3 converse, the 4th walks up, a male with an obscure face and hair that reminds me of Zexion's. He claims that his name is Brain. Okay. He assumed that he would be the last to arrive, and quickly asks if Ephema is the new leader. The 4 have really only just arrived.
Still Letsia though. She doesn't have her book.
The next Brain asks if the rules in the green rulebook are ironclad, or if there is some wiggle room. Skald says the rules are rules, and Brain finds that she reminds him of Master Ava, the second person to say this. Brain wonders if the new 5...
And the player character is old.
After all, she expects him to just lie to everyone, pondering if it wouldn't just be easier for everyone to know the truth. Ephema remembers what Ava had once said to him when he posed a similar question. Would telling everyone the horrors that he had personally witnessed actually make things any better? Or would it make more sense to keep them in the dark for now? Now to wait for the final member of the new group. It seems like quite some time has passed, but finally number 5 arrives. It is a man with pink hair, addressing himself as Laurium. Fans of the series will instantly recognize this character as the complete somebody that lost his heart and became the nobody Marluxia, the primary antagonist of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. I'm sure you must have a million questions at this point, but we are so close to the end. Let's keep going. So where is our character right now? Well, as we said earlier, they have joined the Dandelions in an alternate version of the world they once knew. We, and all the other Dandelions that entered this alternate reality, had our memories erased as we arrived. We got here, dove to our heart again, obtained our Keyblade again, met our Chirithy, Ephema, and Skald again. We are reliving our entire journey so far, but the only difference is this time there will be no war. Some of you have undoubtedly realized by now, but if not, Kingdom Hearts Key is the original journey. Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key was not simply a remake. From a story perspective, our character has already gone through all the events leading up to the war and lived through it, and is now re-experiencing their journey in a dream world. Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key receives essentially the same story up until the point at which the Dandelions are being trained for their journey into the new world, and after that point, the stories diverge. So what is life like without the ongoing threat of a war? Well, we essentially keep on carrying out our ignorant, obedient life, collecting Lux and completing missions. On one of our missions to defeat a large Heartless that tore up the Moogle shop, we meet 4 new allies, and from that point onwards have many fun adventures with them, hunting Heartless together through various worlds, and even taking a summer and Halloween vacation with them. During our missions we gain access to 2 new worlds, the Castle of Dreams and the Enchanted Dominion, homeworld of Cinderella and Aurora respectively, the only missing princess at this point.
So, fictional worlds. They're an alternate reality, and then... Does that mean that Riku, Zora, and all of them are in this alternate reality? But at the same time, the Keyblade graveyard is there. Oh, fuck.
Point is Kairi. At the 1-year anniversary of Kingdom Hearts Unchained Keys' official launch, the game was renamed and relaunched as Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, where Cross is a stand-in for the key.
Hey, good to see you.
Dawns all 3 of them.
I'm so confused.
Key feature.
I think I get it.
This update was the ability to do missions with friends, a true cooperative but non-canon multiplayer mode, and I believe the missions with our new friends are the story equivalent of that. Though we can now do multiplayer missions with our friends in real life, and it is called Union Cross, the player is experiencing the same thing, completing their missions with 4 of their friends, their own version of Union Cross. I'll explain more about that in a little bit. However, life is not perfect for our character. For one, we keep experiencing terrible nightmares of our past life. We remember the Keyblade War, our near death, we remember clashing with Master Aset in the streets, and we remember the end of the world. Our Chirithy watches us sleep, and one night, after experiencing another bout of nightmares, we ask how long we slept for. Chirithy responds, no longer than usual. I love this line, and maybe I'm reading too much into it, but to me it says that every single time we fall asleep, we re-experience a dream version of our entire journey so far. Our Chirithy is secretly reporting our nightmares back to Skald and Ephema. Skald is concerned about them, and Ephema asks that Chirithy not forget its main task, to get us to participate in Union Cross. On a meta level, the multiplayer mode Union Cross is one of the only activities in the game that rewards you with the in-game currency used to power your character up. But from a story perspective, the reasoning behind this is, as Skald says, that having new adventures with friends is a great way to bury sad memories deep within one's heart. She is clearly referring to the memories of the tragedy that we witnessed. In the Kingdom Hearts series, a person's heart is almost like a physical, tangible object that once imprinted on with an experience, whether negative or positive, that experience will always...
So the player character still remembers, and they're trying to get the player character to forget.
Witnessing all of our friends perish in the war is still a part of our heart, and indeed memories of the conflict are on all of the Dandelion's hearts. So by replacing those memories with new, happy ones, that sadness will be pushed down. Not erased, mind you, just buried, which seems like...
Didn't the other one say that the nightmare charity was our charity?
That the darkness in this world is different, that it seems to have a mind of its own. Ephema worries whenever something happens in this reality that didn't happen in the previous one. Ephema also seems to have his doubts about the whole Union Cross business, but Skald reassures him. It was in the rules, so it must be the right thing to do, right? In case anyone needs a reminder, the Master of Masters is the one who selected the 5 Union leaders and gave Ava the rulebook to give to them. Perhaps Ephema is right to be suspicious. In any case...
Oh god, it's another setup.
They can make their way to the
It's another setup.
Which technically belongs to them now, deciding for the moment not to split the Dandelions into 5 unions again to avoid repeating history. Group also thinks that they shouldn't tell anyone that the foretellers are presumably dead to avoid any panic or confusion. It is worth noting that all of the members, except honestly Ven, seem familiar with the contents of their rulebook, like they have had enough time to read it. Just a reminder, but one of these people should not be here. Strelitzia was given a rulebook by Ava, and was supposed to become a union leader. However, an assassin stole the book and killed her, and now one of these 5 is in her place. During this entire conversation,
that's a good point.
What appears to be a copy of the Book of Prophecies sitting on the Master's desk, and he has been reading it. He takes a page from it, finding what...
So one of these is an actual real traitor, though. So if anything, the prophecy is about this. There'll be an inevitable betrayal. There's like 5 union leaders, and there's an inevitable betrayal. This is the inevitable betrayal. Because one of these is not they're not... Spitlesia is not here. She was supposed to be the original leader, but she got knocked out or killed, as this thing says, and her book was taken, and yeah, so this is what that inevitable betrayal is. It's this. So the original prophecy is about this. And the other guys were just supposed to be the catalyst that forces these 5 to go into this alternate reality where the inevitable trail is actually supposed to happen.
Group's first task. They are to create little spirits for each of the wielders. Little Dream Eater pets that will help.
And then these guys create the spirits that will inevitably become nightmares. It's a fucking cycle. It's a cycle.
Devour nightmares. Skald remembers that our character is suffering nightmares of our previous life, and is more than happy to do this if it will help the dandelions forget about the past. Skald, Ephema, and Ventus set off to go collect materials for the new pets, but Laurium does not want to go, claiming he does not enjoy that sort of work, but he is more than happy to stay in the tower helping Brain with the chemistry behind it. Curious. Perhaps Laurium cannot wield a Keyblade, and would therefore be outed as a fraud should the need to enter combat arise. And unfortunately, that is... Now is probably a good time to talk about the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts Key. It can be inferred that at one point during our adventures through the Enchanted Dominion, we dozed off and took one of our many sleeps. Dreaming yet again of our entire adventures so far, we wake up, somewhat confused as to how we got there. Chirithy says that ever since the day that Ava asked us to join the Dandelions and we saw Skald off, that we've been having these strange dreams. Again, to reiterate, the implication here is that we are in the dream reality, constantly reliving our experience in the dream world every time we fall asleep. So we stand on a cliff, overlooking the castle at Enchanted Dominion, a world that wasn't playable in the original Kingdom Hearts Key. Overhead, a bird flies across the gap which we cannot pass, and we resolve to go home and figure out a way across tomorrow. The bird continues flying, and lands on the shoulder of its master, Maleficent. Now, versions of Disney villains exist within Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Hologram versions of Jafar, the Queen of Hearts, and even Maleficent herself are fightable. However, this Maleficent is not a hologram. She in fact seems very...
Not even Zora and his friends?
It seems it went well. Presumably talking about the process of entering the dream world. Even so, where is that fool gone now? Presumably talking about Pete. Oh well, not even Sora and his friends can meddle in this world. Nuisances can't get in. This is very clearly the Maleficent we have fought before in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. And based on the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts RA Coded, it seems that she has succeeded in her goal in finding a way into the dream world. The big question is then, how did she get here? And more importantly, did she actually travel back in time to do it? And after months of what can very generously be described as filler story content, while series director Tetsuya Nomura had his main attention focused on finishing Kingdom Hearts 3, in October 2018, the Japanese version finally received an update to the main story. It seems that Maleficent has realized that because her heart was forcibly removed from her body by the possessed Riku in Kingdom Hearts 1, she can indeed cast her body behind and travel back in time, as Master Xehanort taught her to. She intended to return to a past version of her world, and reattempt to capture the 7 Princesses of Heart. However, things did not go to plan. She thought she had returned to the true Enchanted Dominion. Aurora was still cursed by Maleficent and tricked into falling asleep. A curse was still put on the entire kingdom to make them sleep as well, and Prince Philip was still captured. However, instead of Terra, Ven, and Aqua having a hand in the story, this time our character does, yet the tale still ends the same way. Prince Philip's enchanted sword still finds its way into Maleficent's draconic heart, and she is defeated. Injured, she limps back to the castle, lamenting that even though she returned to the past, she still couldn't change her fate. A mysterious being that simply refers to itself as the Darkness stands sheltered in shadow and reveals to her that they couldn't allow that to happen. Okay, this is gonna get pretty confusing. Here goes.
Ventus?
In the real world, the Master of Masters used his Book of Prophecies to create the 5 illusionary worlds that we explore in Kingdom Hearts Key. But after the Keyblade War was waged, the Master and all the foretellers disappeared. When the new Union leaders took all the Dandelions and sent them to the Dream World, there were no foretellers or Master to maintain those illusionary worlds. In anticipation of this, data copies of these worlds were made, controlled simulations, where the events played out exactly as they had the first time around, and could continue beyond where we got to in Kingdom Hearts Key. Versions of the Castle of Dreams and the Enchanted Dominion were made as well, even though the worlds weren't finished and visitable in Kingdom Hearts Key. So when Maleficent tried to travel back in time to the Enchanted Dominion that she came from, she mistakenly ended up in the Data One, trapped here by the darkness. They cannot allow her to return to the true past because of what she knows about the future. Perhaps if she were to change things, this would alter them from the course that the Master of Masters needs them to be in order to enact his plan. Because of Maleficent's knowledge, Radiant Garden was intentionally left out of the recreation, the homeworld of Kyrie. Perhaps the data recreations of the world's inhabitants are so accurate that should Maleficent have access to all 7 princesses, even in the data world, she could really cause some havoc. Despite it seeming that Maleficent is trapped in the past, Darkness says that there is a way for her to return. So just who is this Darkness? People are already suspecting that it is Luxu, or the Master of Masters, an incarnation of Xehanort perhaps, or even Marluxia. The way the being refers to itself is intentionally vague, but it seems to imply that it is working with the Master of Masters, or at the very least is acting in accordance with the Master's insanely comprehensive knowledge of events. It truly seems like everything that has ever happened in the series is going exactly as he planned. However, there does seem to be some evidence that this Darkness is the same being that struck down Strelitzia. Ephema did state that the Darkness in this world seems to have a mind of its own. Perhaps we didn't realise just how literal he was being. Personally, I feel like Dark Chirithy's involvement in this tale is not yet complete either. But speculation aside for now, that finally wraps up everything we know for sure about the story of Kingdom.
Because it's nothing as well, the player characters in the dream world, but while we were still in the waking world, we met the Dark Chirithy, and the Dark Chirithy said that it was our Chirithy. So I suppose that would make sense considering that our player character was supposed to forget but actually remembers and keeps reliving their waking memories. Their memories from the waking world where the war happened. So what the fuck? So Riku and Zora though, like, are they? Because I was about to question, like, are they in the sleeping world then? But the whole thing about Dream Drop Distance was them going into the sleeping worlds and waking them up. And not to mention, you can visit the graveyard, so that has to be the waking world. They have to be in the waking world, and they can visit the sleeping world. Also, what's the point in them collecting light in a sleeping world? Isn't that in a way... Because, like, wasn't collecting light the problem in the first place? So you're just repeating the problem all over again?
Kingdom Hearts Key and its successors so far. The Japanese and global versions of the game receive story updates every month, so in mid-November, December, and January, I expect to receive 3 more important updates before Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally released.
Anytime I think...
videos to this one as soon as they are out. If you made it this far, I want to thank you so much for watching. Before the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, I still want to give my opinions of where I think...
Also, if you think about it as well, the original 5 union leaders and then the dream union leaders, that's 10. They're 3 off of 13. Literally. 5 lights in the waking world, 5 lights in the dream world, that's 10. You need 13 for the darknesses. So that's literally 3 off. And apparently our player character can still remember the waking world memories, and apparently our Chirsey goes dark. Like, becomes like a dark Chirsey or a nightmare or whatever. So maybe that's a sign that, like, all 10 union members and then 3 of the dandelions, because I know that these guys are the leaders of the dandelions, but like 3 dandelions, regular dandelions that weren't leaders, or maybe either way, because I'm immediately assuming it's the sleeping dudes, but like, who knows? 2 other people then also fall to darkness as well, and therefore that's 13 darknesses. And so the world has fallen into darkness. The darkness has won. Is she something set in the past? Dark Chiricity is ours. Is an alternate reality version of us evil? Did the Masters explicitly plan all of this? When we gather Lux, are we mining it from the world? Is that why there's such little light in the ROL? ROL? Who really killed Spritzletzia and why? And again, that kind of, it not confirms, I don't have the word for it, but it does kind of play into my theory that I was playing with earlier, that if Riku is a spirit, and he's Zora's spirit, that means he has the potential to become a nightmare. And maybe that's what happened to him in Kingdom Hearts 1. He became a nightmare, and that's why he fell to darkness in the first game. Oh god.
That we didn't have time to cover in this video. So if you enjoyed this video, I would very much like for you to subscribe and stay tuned for more. And please share the video around. Please tell me your take on everything that has happened so far and where you think this story will go. There is a very interesting, if convoluted, story hidden under multiple layers, games, and about 850 quests here. And I feel it will be very important to know for Kingdom Hearts 3. Thanks again, and I'll see you really soon.
So, and the other thing as well is that, like, Realm of Light. That's right, Realm of Light. Math be mathin'. Sounds like 13 to me, exactly. So it's like, that explains why the darkness won, because there's 5 union leaders in the lighting world, there's 5 union leaders in the sleeping world, and then you just need 3 more people after that, and then darkness has won. And as you said, like, it's probably all of them collecting light, whatever, is basically just mining the light. And that's the reason, that's another reason why darkness won, because they are mining light and they're like hogging it. So they're literally collecting light and then keeping it. And so that's the reason why there's such little light. So that's the reason why it went from a light world to dark worlds. And how would you give the light back then? I swear to God, is Kingdom Hearts literally just gonna end as a, like some level of, like, it was all a dream or something, or you need to let go of your dreams, or, oh, you need to let go of these fantasies of being special or chosen or something. You need to go and live in the real world now or something. That's, like, I'm so scared about the idea of that. Like, I love fantasy stories. I don't want the fantasy stories to end with, oh, you're in a, you need to, like, go back to the real world now. But, like, not like that. Like, it's one thing if the character's whole shtick is, I want to go back to the real world because that is where my friends and family are and I want to go and see them again. That's one thing. But it's another thing entirely if you wake up in a world, you think that world is your world, you love the world because it has magic and dragons and whatever the fuck, and then it's actually like, oh no, by the way, actually, you're now in this boring world that has no magic, no dragons, nothing. And this is the moral of the story, you need to give up your imagination or some shite and just live in the real world because fuck happiness, I guess. I don't know. You've been saying this about Riku being corrupted, but to be clear, there are nightmare versions in the form of Dark Cloak that Riku fights in D&D. That's what I'm saying, though. That is what I'm saying. It literally shows that Riku does have the capacity to be a fucking nightmare, and he was... we did see Nightmare Riku be a nightmare. But, like, you know what I mean? It's... I'm just saying that, like, that might have even helped play a role in what happened to Riku in Kingdom Hearts 1, because clearly there's timey-wimey, there's time stuff happening as well. So there's nothing saying that that didn't play somewhat of a role. Even if it, like, wasn't as big of a role, there's, like, some level of something there. But then through that, Riku then gained a resistance to darkness. But then, again, as we saw in Dream Distance, he does have a nightmare version. So, like, which is it? Did he get the nightmare version before he gained the resistance to darkness? Timey-wimey doctor would be so proud. Guess you'll have to play Kingdom Hearts 3 to find out. That is so true. Kingdom Hearts 3 is next. So that's the next bundle of games then. The next, like, thing. You know what I mean? Like, there was bundle of games 1, bundle of games 2. Now we're on the last collection of games. So now Kingdom Hearts 3 is our next stop. We'll be playing that for the next few streams until I complete it, and then we'll watch YouTube to like watch secret bosses and secret endings and all that stuff. And then after that, together we can start watching videos about Kingdom Hearts Explained and Kingdom Hearts theories and stuff like that until, you know, the next Kingdom Hearts, which is Kingdom Hearts 4, which will be God knows when. And also I'm planning to play Control 2 as well. That comes out in September. But yeah, every time I think I understand Kingdom Hearts, then I get confused again, because I watched back cover and I was thinking that I got it like on some level, and then I watched the explanation video and then I still think I get it, and like again I still think I get it because like the whole 13 darknesses and 5 union members, and then just all you need after that is 3 more fucking people fall into darkness and then darkness 1. So that makes sense, right? Every action that they took to avoid the war led to it happening, which is exactly what I was saying. After Kingdom Hearts 3 is the rest of Kingdom Hearts Unchained, X, and then Dark Road, if finishing the mobile games, and then Melody of Memory, and then Theories. So Kingdom Hearts 3 and then more after that, okay. I didn't realize there was more games after that. Can I just watch those games? Like, watch the cutscenes of them or whatever? Because again, isn't Unchained an X and Dark Road? Isn't Unchained an X mobile games? I'm not sure what Dark Road is. I'm assuming it must be a game. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? Anyways, you can watch it, yeah. I can get videos for them, okay. So, yeah. Anytime I think I understand, and I think I mostly get it. I definitely understand how the darkness won. That much is very clear. I think I'm slightly getting confused on the waking world and stuff. Like, I get it. I remember from Drain Drop Distance, there was like the whole sleeping worlds thing. I remember that much. But now I'm so curious about spirits and Dream Eater, not the spirits and the nightmares, and what the fuck that means. Not to mention, did all these fuckers stay in the sleeping world this entire time? But we were in the sleeping world as Riku and Zora. Is that the reason why the organization was able to fuck with us while we were there? It was the dandelions, the dandelions that did it. They were the ones who went, oh, get the fuck, and then just fucked us up. That it was the dandelion version of of Organization 13 that fucked us over in Dream Drop Distance. Oh god, there's so much. There's just so much. Like, and I really am scared that the whole thing of Kingdom Hearts is there just gonna be some sort of, like, because there's all of these, like, alternate reality things and, like, other world things, and, like, literally, it's dream worlds, data worlds, like, literally, what are video games other than data worlds, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, is this, like, a huge meta commentary about, like, I don't want it to be a meta commentary. Like, it's one thing, like, I find all of this so interesting, but there's a part of me so scared of, like, it being a meta commentary of some kind. I'm like, don't give me that meta commentary about fucking how, like, give up on video games or don't be happy or imagination goodbye or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a part of me so scared of it because I've been burned before, I think. I don't remember what it was that burned me, but it must be something, because I'm so scared that it's gonna be some type of meta commentary or something. I'm like, I don't want it. Fucking leave me alone with meta commentary nonsense. Just let me enjoy my fantasy worlds or whatever, my video games and stuff. You know what I mean? Because they talk about shooting yourself in the foot if you make a video game franchise that's about giving up on video games or something. It's like, oh, let go of your fantasy video game world and live in the real world or some shit. Like, no. Good day to you, sir. Anyways, these are all valuable questions, and this is all how we feel, and this is how we all felt in the 6 years waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3. How long has it been since Kingdom Hearts 3 to Kingdom Hearts 4, though? Now I need to know. Let's look it up. Time between... Because I know that Kingdom Hearts 4 isn't out yet, but it's hopefully gonna be soon. Between Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kingdom Hearts 4. Kingdom Hearts 3 was released in 2029. Over 7 years has passed without confirmation of release date of Kingdom Hearts 4. This gap already surpasses the historical 6 years and 10 months wait between Kingdom Hearts 3, between Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance and Kingdom Hearts 3. It's been over 7 years, so it's, and like, we still don't have a release date. We know it's hopefully soon, but we still don't have a release date. So it's almost, so maybe by the time we actually get Kingdom Hearts, it might be 8 to 9 years. Almost 10 years since Kingdom Hearts 4 to 5, 3 to 5. Well, almost another 7 years. Well, depending if we count from Remind or not. And it was, next time you see me, we'll be playing Kingdom Hearts 3, and hopefully I'll get some answers and feel a bit less confused, because I get it, but I don't at the same time. So I don't know. It's 1:16 in the AM for me, so I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you for joining me for this movie night of back cover and of a explain video of the other mobile games pre Kingdom Hearts 3 that I can't play because they've been discontinued, so we just got to watch them, or gotta watch an explain video about them. Thank you. Always good to chat about Kingdom Hearts and how it confuses the fuck out of me. So, good night, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'll see all of you next time. Thank you.
I'm breaking lips in a bottle.